game.
Oh, that's good.
You think this is a game?
You think this
Yes,
is
it
a
is.
motherfucking game?
It's a motherfucking game.
I'll tell you one thing. The game better be a game.
It's a game.
It's a game.
Okay.
By the
It's
way,
only a game.
I
What
hope
do you-
that you guys are game for the game.
What's up with this Reagan shirt you're wearing?
by the way, we all just lost the game.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Correct.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, this. It does look like
Oh,
Ronald Reagan.
okay. It's an everything shirt. It looks like It looks like a demon is dragging.
Ronald Reagan to
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
That's
Which
awesome.
why I
is
wear it.
exactly what
Looks
happened.
like the ghost
That is
of
what
Barry Goldwater is dragging Ronald Reagan into conservative hell.
Yeah, it's got a nice,
Which is just a gay wedding.
Conservative hell is just nonstop prog rock with all the weed you could ever want.
Yeah.
I think
That sounds pretty great to me.
Conservative hell is just Harry Styles standing there in a skirt. That seems to be enough to bother everybody.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
that happened, didn't it?
That really happened.
Harry Styles decided, hey, I'll just wear a fucking skirt and
it was a Vogue cover. It
I'm
was
sure
a
they're very
fashion
comfortable.
shoot.
Yeah.
that's a fair. Yeah, if they weren't comfortable, the Scots wouldn't do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like,
They've been doing that for fucking.
You know about the long swinging ball sacks of the Scotsmen.
Oh yeah, and how fucking deep they are in the assholes of their sheep. I just added my favorite stop to the world apology
tour. I was
tour.
just gonna say.
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
recording? Oh, okay, cool.
We're gonna go to Scotland, boys,
Yeah.
and apologize. And then have the reply with, "Hey, what are you back on damn? Get a contact with fucking thing."
Sure.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. All right. I think that's as good a place as any to say welcome to the 3 Dudecast.
Yay.
I'm your guest host. My name's Dan. You haven't heard me for like a year
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
show.
It's been a while.
Has it actually been a whole year?
It's been about a year. Yeah.
it's been-
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It's
'cause
me.
Now
Yeah.
that I think about it, I mean, like we kind of stopped doing these things regularly somewhere in the year. So the
Yeah.
last time
Yeah.
we were even having guests. Was
I mean, technically, you heard me a little bit.
Stop.
I know. It's like what happened that in society?
I can't think of a single reason why
I hadn't
we would
invented
stop.
a COVID purification machine yet to make us all safe.
I know. Yeah.
We hadn't
Thanks,
invented
Reggie.
COVID yet.
Reggie.
Reggie.
Yeah, but this is season 4, episode 15
Hey.
of the 3 Dudecast.
Incidentally, this is also the 99. I don't know, like episode wise, what it is, but it's the 99th upload to our podcast channel. So, like, if we're not, it's going to be too much math to try and figure out what actual episodes and best ofs are.
But I'm saying episode 100 is
Yeah,
next.
episode 100 will be
Yeah,
our next
I
one.
should have waited
100
a week.
uploads, whether it's a fucking
Like a full episode. or not.
proper episode or not, is
Yeah.
still a milestone.
It's 100 episodes.
Let's be real, guys. None of these are proper episodes.
No.
Look, if
There's
you,
nothing proper about this show.
if you can count the season 2 finale of Next Generation as an actual episode, even though it was literally just a fucking
show?
clip show.
You know, I was listening to the TV. I've been going back through and listening to our. This goes with my why we're fucked.
Yeah.
But I've been going back through and listening to our old episodes of the show, and I remember you talking about how they ran out of budget money for.
they wanted from the network. They wanted more budget for special effects, especially computer special effects, which paid off, but at the cost of the season finale for season 2.
Yes.
Which is literally just Riker dying in med bay for the entire episode and having memories of the previous 2 seasons.
What is he dying of? What?
Oh, it's a mysterious.
Riker has cancer.
No.
It's space cancer.
He has a bowel obstruction that they can't remove.
He
It's in my
gets
ass, Captain.
he gets wounded by a venomous plant on an uncharted world.
Okay.
And they try to amp up the drama by acting like, this is the cost of exploring the unknown. Riker could actually die. Of course he doesn't fucking die.
Of course not.
He's motherfucking William Riker. I'm convinced by this point that the only thing that can kill Commander Riker is like an asteroid or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Like-
something no mortal can survive.
Yeah. Every
Alien puss.
Right. Yeah, how come Kirk never died of some weird alien puss?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
was fucking some.
I
serious-
mean, he probably had like built up enough venereal disease to be immune to like every conceivable venereal disease in the galaxy.
It's like how Wesley is immune to iocane powder in The
Yes,
Princess Bride.
exactly,
It's
right.
like I have built up an immunity through my dick over many seasons.
See, the thing is, Bones, I've simply had sex with so many alien women that I've become immune to any form of ED.
Wait, did you say Edie?
He did.
Okay.
No, I said VD.
Okay, it sounded like you said Edie.
I thought you said ED too.
No, I said VD.
Which is kind of funny.
Nothing can kill my boner.
Damn it, Jim! The last woman you had sex with made you grow a third arm.
Yeah, and check this out. And he just starts juggling. I don't see a problem.
Yeah, it's crazy though.
More hands is never a problem when it comes to women bones.
More hits. But yeah, 100. We're gonna have 100 fucking uploads of this show. That
so
took long
exciting.
enough.
Incidentally, you'd think the guy named Bones would be the one getting the most action.
Yeah, right. Never just Bones. He's never sexualized at all in the show, is he?
Once or twice. Well, once.
3 times a lady.
Once he like legit falls in love with this woman, wants to stay on an alien world because he has a disease that he thinks is incurable and wants to live out like his last week or two of life on this alien planet with this woman that he really, really wants to stoop.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
The
No, who
60s.
hasn't been there?
The 60s. Just a
The
beautiful time.
60s. God, I would have fucking killed to meet DeForest Kelly.
Yeah.
Dude he just seemed like such an awesome guy.
When
Yeah.
I
It's
think
a shame about all the forests though.
yeah, right. The rainforest is burning, so probably
Yeah, maybe.
DeForest Kelly is
it's on
just,
fire.
he's great actor. He just has a big problem with the forest.
That might be. Hold on.
it's
I
full
want to
of
acknowledge
birds.
that's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
I know. I'm
This show.
not informed at all.
Damn place
Did
is
he
full
ever-
of
was he
birds
ever
and all
in
they
the
do is
same-
shit on you.
Was he ever in the same movie as Forrest Whitaker? How'd that go down?
Oh yeah.
Forest versus DeForest.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like the battle between Christ and Antichrist prophesied in Revelations.
It's exactly like that.
Forest and deforest.
Oh shit.
Woo!
Anyway.
So how do we like get on the rails if we never were there?
I think there are no
idea.
rails, but if there are, it's why we're fucked.
It sure
Oh,
is.
okay. That was.
Yes.
God, I'm supposed to be hosting, Dave.
You're
Fucking stealing my thunder over
yeah,
here.
you're a little rusty.
Well, just trying to move you
Try to
along
knock
there,
the rust
bud.
off you.
I'm just getting there. God.
Oh, I'm sorry. You say it.
All right. Well, why are we fucked, gentlemen?
All right.
I am the captain of the Enterprise, therefore I am fucked often.
Okay. Well, that's a weird flex, but okay. Yeah. Why don't you, okay. So let's start us off, Ben.
Yeah,
Why are we fucked?
I'm not especially fucked. I think we are blessed to live in this time because I think a few weeks ago when we did our last episode, I think we agreed it was after the elections.
It was just after the election.
Donald Trump got his ass handed to him.
By the widest margin in American history.
The widest margin and the
in modern history.
largest vote count in all of American history.
You want one of these?
Over 80 million people
Need a
showed
bottle
up
opener.
to say that
sounds
Donald
good.
Trump sucks. What's
80 million people showed up.
You know what's sad about that? I guess this is a mini why we're fucked. Is it was like what 81 million for Biden, 70 something million for
Yeah,
Trump.
a lot. 76.
Too many.
That still leaves over a third of Americans who did not. Actually, it's about half of the U.S. population that didn't fucking vote.
I think that's right.
That's appalling. It's appalling.
Here's what I don't
Oh, it's
get.
better than what we usually get.
That's 150. That's around 150 million people, probably a bit more. I'll round up and say it's like 160 million people. The population of the U.S. is over 300 million. There is at least 150 million people that did not fucking vote. What are you doing?
So normally I'm like, sure, yeah, politics is often about like this asshole versus that asshole, whatever. But
Yeah.
like, this was such a different election than many elections.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I don't like. I'm not like Joe Biden is not my favorite guy, but like,
No,
holy shit,
absolutely
there
not.
could not be more daylight between those two.
I am
Yeah.
not a fan of some of his cabinet picks either. Like I'll tell you that right now. I think Kamala was the right choice for his running mate because of the circumstances that kind of
Yeah.
I guess necessitated her presence. She like I feel like she was kind of the muscle to back up Biden's talk.
She'll be the one running for president in 4 years.
Yeah,
but-
I don't see him.
But in any other circumstance, I would have picked someone else for running mate. I would have picked someone else for candidate as well.
Sure.
But the fact of the matter is, the country has been dying for 4 years, and we needed to staunch the bleeding before we did anything else.
Yeah, right.
As long as someone other than Donald Trump is in the White House,
Could have been a Republican.
I'm fine.
Could have been anybody. Could have been anybody.
Yeah. Honestly, if the choice was between, like Donald Trump and like someone that
John Kasich.
what if like Mitt Romney had decided to run again?
I
feel
would
like
take Romney.
I would
know
take
what?
Romney.
I'll take
It would be a strange presidency, but it would not be horrible.
I would take out
it
my-
It wouldn't be permanently damaging to the nation's identity.
No, I don't think so.
But anyway, I bring this up because I said before the elections finished out, I think, and I think even after it looked pretty clear that Biden was going to win, that I had no plans on being mature about any of it. that
You did, yeah.
that I was going to be I was
prick.
going to be as callous and petty as I possibly could.
Yeah.
I forgot one important thing though. No one in the universe can be as petty or immature as Trump supporters.
Yeah, it's a high bar to clear.
I cannot be as immature as these people who cannot accept the fact that the bastard lost.
It's weird, isn't it?
The conspiracy theories and mental gymnastics they're concocting, the idea that Trump is playing a game of 5-dimensional chess, and this is all part of like losing is part of the master plan. You know, I completely discounted the fact that just by the sheer difference in, I guess, education and intelligence and maturity, I could never, even if I tried, possibly be as immature as the dipshit on Twitter who says, "Oh, well, it's not over yet."
It's like, well, okay, technically that's true. Like the electoral college hasn't voted yet,
Right.
Technically, yeah.
Technically, but I'll tell you what: if no one was willing to step in and switch a vote to stop Trump, no one is going to be willing to switch a vote to keep him either.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
Of course.
It's funny. I even today, I saw somebody wearing a Trump hat
Yeah,
at Best Buy.
like a MAGA hat.
You're going to see him for a while.
It was
I don't think they're going away.
it was
They're not
Trump
going away.
2020, keep America great.
Yeah.
And I just want I'm just like, what? Like, I just don't get it.
I mean,
And I'm a Browns fan, so I'm used to rooting for somebody who loses all the time.
Sure.
But even still, like, if
You
they
acknowledge the L.
if they lose on Sunday, I'm not wearing the hat on Monday, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
And they are still wearing the hat. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Well-
what's going on there?
Yeah.
There are some games that I felt were still, but it's not a secret that the NFL has shitty refs, as absolutely terrible officiating.
No, but the point I was making is that, like,
But no,
why
I
do you
get what
keep
you're saying.
rooting for this guy? Like, why do you keep wearing the Trump 2020? It's like, it's not happening. It's already been decided.
Right.
Just like let it go.
There's still Trump signs up in people's yards. There was this one dude, this one house on 46 that had a bunch of flags out front and a big sign that said, make Democrats go crazy again, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
all that shit is gone.
Well, yeah, that was the thing for a hot second there, is make liberals cry again. They really liked it. And you know what?
Yeah.
Like, that's a level I'm not willing to go myself.
Which is ironic
No.
because they're the ones crying now.
Yeah, because yeah, as it turns out, spite can't beat democracy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just that's the lesson we can take
I
away
love
from this.
democracy.
I love democracy. But no, I am not fucked because I am blessed to have a daily influx on Twitter, on YouTube, of these fucking idiots absolutely losing their goddamn minds.
Yeah.
It is objectively really
About
funny.
getting the shit kicked out of them, and in Georgia in particular.
Yeah, right?
The South,
It's beautiful.
the voters in the South
chef's
pulled
kiss.
through,
Oh,
despite
Georgia.
the you know, the lines, the deliberate attempts at voter suppression. You know, there's a huge minority and liberal population in the South that routinely gets suppressed.
Yeah.
So all of those states go red all the time, and then Georgia comes in, and they're like, Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And,
I said Georgia.
and fucking Arizona too. Not only did they go blue, thanks probably in part to the ghost of John McCain.
Yes.
But
Can we take a toast to John McCain's memory?
Yeah.
God bless you, John McCain.
On that.
You fucking beautiful American hero bastard.
not only that, but Arizona also elected its first, I believe, trans woman as their senator.
Yep.
And then also astronaut Mark Kelly, who is now Senator Mark Kelly because he's been officially sworn in.
Hell yeah.
Which is fucking cool.
It's kind of cool to have an astronaut in Congress.
Shout out to John Glenn.
Tell us about it, right?
We know.
We did it first.
We fucking know.
We know.
We made it cool.
As Stephen Colbert once said, more astronauts come from Ohio than any other state. What is it about your state that makes people want to flee the earth?
There's only football that matters.
Yeah.
12
and
weeks out
we
of
have
the
the
year.
Browns.
God almighty. People are like, oh, what about Cincinnati? Fuck Cincinnati. No one gives a shit about
no
the
one
Bengals.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about the Bengals.
Except people in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Like anytime there's a division rivalry that comes up for the AFC North, it's always like, this week in particular, it's like, well, as much as I hate seeing the Steelers win, a Ravens loss is good for the Browns.
Yeah.
And Bengals fans are like, hey, we're in the division too.
Yeah.
Shut up. No one cares.
Yeah, you're not going to be saying that in 3 years when Joe Burrow's like fucking tearing everybody apart. If they get receivers around him.
Yeah,
and
if he
line.
has an offensive line that doesn't get him hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
Gerber. Joe Burrow's the real deal, man. Mark my words. Joe Burrow is a franchise fucking quarterback for them. That dude is the real fucking deal.
Yeah, but no, I'm not fucked. I am hashtag blessed because
Blessed.
I don't have to be immature. I don't have to be immature to get my jollies. I do. The far right is,
I mean, I don't have to, but I will.
Yeah.
the far right is doing it for me. I have so much
Far right.
amusement at my fingertips, and I don't have to do a goddamn thing to provoke it.
Dan, that's
really
good.
funny.
Is it really funny?
Yes. No, yes. Yes, it is. I'm going to be doing that all the time now.
The most recent one, we watched this before you came over, but have you seen the video of that woman, the IT consultant, testifying before the Michigan Senate committee about
What is this video? I don't watch it. What's a video? Can you start from stop? Explain what a video is.
So Rudy Giuliani is there with his star witness.
Okay.
And it's this IT consultant, a woman who claims to have worked on the voting machines in Michigan.
All right.
And you got to watch this video because I swear to fuck it. What are you guys doing?
But I'll be on my own. Oh, baby, telephone.
And
tell me I'm your own.
I was just singing that on my way home from work.
Yeah, you said Michigan,
I'm
so
thinking
it was
about
over
Michigan
from
J.
there.
Michigan J Frog, right.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
So anyway, but anyway, you got to watch this video because she is drunk as a skunk.
Okay.
It's not totally obvious, but I think she is.
Once you watch, like you pointed it out, and I'm like, oh yeah. it's like
She is absolutely blasted.
Here's what happened. I
Nice.
guarantee this is what happened. Right before the hearing, Rudy took her to the bar. And they just kept kicking him back because Rudy's Rudy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rudy! And then she had to keep pace with Rudy,
yeah.
who is,
An alcoholic.
without a doubt, at like the top of alcoholism mountain.
I mean, he's a New Yorker.
Yeah. And so she kept pace with Rudy Giuliani and then probably almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that woman's liver is Swiss cheese right now.
Currently in the ICU.
But it's more of the same about just like she says a bunch of weird shit that she claims to have witnessed that she cannot back up.
Yeah.
Has absolutely no evidence for. I was just telling someone earlier on a Discord that I'm in. Like, it says a lot when your average yokel on Judge Judy can come in with like a folder of evidence and proof of things that happened, but fucking Rudy Giuliani and the tattered remnants of the Republican Party that supports Trump cannot.
Yeah.
It's so funny that he's the guy. Like, of anyone who could be out there defending Donald Trump right now,
I know.
how lucky are we? the biggest goofball, least capable, fucking washed up, embarrassing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not
It could
fucked.
be Barr. It could be Attorney General Barr.
He could be doing
which would
that.
be horrible for anybody who doesn't support
Yeah, well,
Trump.
He's
that guy's smart.
It can't be Barr anymore because he already said
I'm
there
gonna
was
fire
no
Barr.
evidence.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Barr-
he's smart.
Because he's smart, right?
And of course, as soon as I saw that, I went on to Twitter and checked the accounts that I follow for insane people on Parler and shit like that. And of course, the very hour that he said that, people start accusing him of being a deep state operative.
Deep state.
Deep state. Deep state watch. 2020.
It's fucking incredible because for the
Oh yeah, that state is so deep.
because for the past 4 years, this kind of rhetoric has been actually dangerous and has done actual harm
Right.
to the country. But now that they're being rendered more and more powerless every day, it's comedy gold.
You know what it feels like to me? It feels like an old, confused, and very angry man wandered into a grocery store, and he didn't know where he was.
Do go on.
And he's just yelling and knocking things off the shelves, and everyone's trying to contain him. And then he just has that moment that, now that they're on their way out, it's like that moment of lucidity where it's like, no, I could have swore there was, he's like, you were seeing them start to acknowledge reality as they're being led out the door.
Yeah.
By the nice people who are going to take them off to wherever they
And
came
then
from.
clean up the aisle.
Exactly.
Yeah, some of them are. The others are doing some very impressive mental gymnastics
Yeah.
to convince themselves that
That's amazing.
The others are being hauled out in a cop car. Get your hands off me.
Get your hands off my
Penis! It's the bloke who got me on the penis, people. Get your hands off me.
One of the best justifications that I've seen for, and this is not just one person, this is several people on Twitter, for why Joe Biden could not have possibly won, is because he has a fraction of the followers that Donald Trump does on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Once again, proving the internet ain't real life,
Absolutely.
baby.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Internet ain't real life. Don't fall for it.
I feel like you needed to get that out of your system.
Yeah, that was
I'm glad you did.
It was.
Dude, politically, I am fucking ecstatic.
Yeah.
It's
great.
We're not in the most ideal situation. Again,
not. Right,
Biden
right.
was not my first
There's
choice.
you're never going to be in the most ideal
but
We're
like
on a
situation.
sinking tanker, and someone just managed to put out the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I said earlier, the country is dying. First thing is to stop the bleeding and then worry about
Take it.
yeah, like the patient's dying on the table. You're not going to lecture him about his diet.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Or to think of it another way, it's like someone just put out the fire, and I have no patience for the people who are pro-fire right now. I don't care that you love the fire, that it was better when the fire was lit.
And I saw.
Keep America on fire again.
We got to get them out of here. We got to get all the firefighters out of here.
Round him up, lock him
Lock
up.
them up. Get them out. We got to get them out of here.
That guy with the hose, get him down to the to the wall.
We were talking about this last time. We got to retire the Trump impression. It's
I don't know if that's going anywhere.
It's almost
No,
time.
it's probably not.
Unfortunately,
Chicago. Here's the slogan: "Keep America on fire." And they're like, "Guys, you got this.
We've been through
Don't
this."
worry. Don't worry. Let us show you how it's done."
Yeah, we got to work on the Biden.
We got to work on. Well, we got to put it. We got to let the tanker burn. We got to get it out.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing of it is, the way I see it is this: if the Georgia Senate runoffs result in a Democrat victory, and we have a House majority and a Senate majority,
hell yeah.
that would be awesome. And also, I think it would mean
I think we'll only have it for 2 years. If we
Yeah,
get it.
probably.
sure,
But we'll take it.
But if that happens, I'm very, not very, but I'm somewhat convinced that it would make sitting President Joe Biden a bit more open to some more progressive ideas, because the overall voice of the Democrats would be louder. You know, it's harder for these progressive Congress people to be shouted down if they're the majority.
I got to be honest, and this I know this is not a popular take. I don't think we need more progressives right now.
No, in 10 years maybe.
Well, right now, because in
we
terms
need-
of
we need-
keeping the fire out.
Right now,
We need
no.
partisanship.
In terms of keeping the fire, I guess, but
And progressives hate that, and I kind of hate that because it kind of means you're like caving on idealism.
Yeah.
But like,
Now, I would like it if that happened, but I think realistically,
I would love it if that happened.
I think you need to. I think you need the status quo
to
for the
enact
next
real
8 years.
change. I think you need partisanship.
bipartisanship, you mean?
Bipartisanship.
Yeah.
Partisanship.
What did I say?
But see, I think if we do end up with a Democrat majority in
I just
both
wanna have a
houses,
party.
in
That's,
both
you know.
chambers, I do think that
Democratic Party.
Democrats can't.
They're all right.
I do think if we end up with a majority in both chambers, I think that progressive Congress people will also have this same thought.
Right.
And start sort of subtly working towards, some more bipartisan solutions.
Yeah.
But
I'm very pro a boring 4 years.
You're pro boring.
I'm pro boring.
I wouldn't complain about boring 4 years. I wouldn't complain about just, having a COVID vaccine and getting to go fucking bowling again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
dude.
fucking going to see movies in the
Anything.
theater or
Yes.
going to a bar.
I miss karaoke.
Or
Karaoke.
karaoke.
So
Our
much
friend
fun.
Kirsten,
Jesus.
our friend Kirsten shared something with the group where she was like listening to a podcast and someone said, "Remember when we could go to a restaurant and share dips?" And she says she wanted to scream.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Remember sharing a dip?
Sharing a dip.
Everyone taking a fistful of fucking fried cheese curds from the pile.
And a few cheese curds more.
I was just gonna make that joke. A fistful of cheese curds.
The good, the bad, and the Wisconsin.
Well,
a
Ben,
few curds
I am very
more.
glad you're not feeling fucked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride that good feeling train, and I'm gonna explain why I'm also not fucked.
Yes.
I don't know about you guys. I know the world's on fire. I've had a fucking great 2020.
Yeah.
I've had a few bad things happen in this year, just like everyone. But like by and large, I've had a really good year.
Disagree.
I know. I know I'm going to be in the minority on this one, but I've had a lot of really great things happen to me this year, and I want to brag about it.
Get it. Brag
So
about it.
I am feeling not fucked at all right now. And I just want to talk about how good it is to not feel fucked.
Except for the times that you're getting fucked, right?
Oh no!
Stop.
Thank
no,
God
yeah.
that doesn't come through in the recording.
yeah, right.
That just sounded so bad.
Oh, it's going to come through in the recording.
No, it does. He's got the limiter on.
Oh, you have the limiter.
Oh yeah, it's gonna fucking come through.
No.
But yeah, so like no, seriously, if anyone has listened to the previous times I've been on the show, I've oftentimes felt very fucked by
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And this year, like it's not so bad. It's actually pretty good.
There are some
Not so
things that
bad.
make even a bad year worth doing, worth celebrating.
You know, I think in a weird way, like this year, everything being shut down and closed off and things like that has like really helped me focus on improving myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been
doing-
doing a lot
Yeah,
of
you
good
lost
stuff.
weight. You've noticeably lost weight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
so-
started and then stopped drinking, basically, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, so like so like during so like we had a month off of when I was at work, and like so I definitely like went down and then pulled myself all the way back out.
Yeah.
In terms of like how I was feeling, I pulled out, you know,
After going
how-
down.
after going down,
Pull out game on
pulled
fleek.
out. Yeah, right. But yeah, it was like one of those things where like, yeah, I was super depressed, like the beginning part of the pandemic. You know,
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say I was super depressed with more enthusiasm.
guys, I have to tell you, I was super
You're
depressed.
like a hype man for your own depression right now.
Well, because I got better,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Now, this might sound unusual, but when this global virus started killing people, I got really down in the dumps.
No, but I don't know. It like really affected me because I was off work for a month and
Yeah.
I was off my meds because I wasn't able to get a hold of them because like everything was pushed back and things like that.
Right.
And so like my brain was just eating itself. And so I started drinking a lot more. And I started just
Same.
eating more junk food and shit. And like, you know,
Most people are in a
I think
similar
everyone
boat.
has a similar experience with, you know, the quarantine and things like that.
Yeah, I was out of a job for I think 2 months, and during that time, I got back into hard liquor, and that was a fucking mistake.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not always comfortable talking about it, but like anytime that I let liquor be in my life, it doesn't go well.
Yeah, it's never good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I kept like I don't drink much like on my own, but I started keeping beer in my house, like in my apartment, like in my fridge.
Yeah.
And like normally that's not a big deal. Like I don't like I'm having a beer right now. It's
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But like I usually just drink socially, like when I'm around other people. But I just started having like beer in my fridge and like having a beer,
Yeah.
like regularly.
Welcome to the club, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And again, like whatever.
I'll
I'm
drink
not.
to
I'm not
that.
trying to say that like that makes you guys like anybody who does that a terrible person. But it was just like off for
It
me.
was different for you.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just a terrible person for other reasons.
Exactly right. I'm not going to say that's the reason why you're terrible. There's other reasons for that. But yeah, I mean, there was a point like this year where I really was down and like really depressed and things like that.
Yeah.
But at a certain point during the year, I kind of made a decision to be like, I need to fix this shit.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of great things this year. I recorded an album of music, which
Yes.
I was really proud
did,
of.
yeah.
And I liked a lot. I know other people who liked it too. Shameless plug.
I can prove that people liked it. I will bring them.
Yeah, no, like I've had people that I would not have expected to listen to it have come up and be like, hey, I really like that. I'm like, cool. I'm glad you did. Because I know like the type of music I record on my own is not for everybody. But I've had people come up and be like, hey, I really like what you did. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It
was cool.
Yeah, I started a podcast with Chris over here.
Yes, that I have held up
It's okay, man.
for,
Like,
for reasons that will become clear. when
yeah,
we're
it's all right, man.
co-hosts.
I know what's going on with that, but like, that was an awesome experience because get to talk about movies with one of my best friends, and like we had a lot of really good time like watching movies together and talking about them, which was great.
Yeah.
Again, another thing like I wanted to do like I was just checking things off my bucket list, like record an album, start a podcast, like stuff like that.
Learn to suck your own dick.
Right.
No, didn't do that.
Got to take the bottom two.
That's not on your bucket
Yeah,
list.
It's not on my bucket list.
gotta-
I've tried. Dude, I'm getting closer. I'm losing this belly.
Yeah. I've been working on this for years.
Yeah, I'm
and I think
70
I know how to
pounds.
do
I'm
it.
70 pounds lighter than I was at the start of last year.
Fuck, man.
I am working on that.
That's impressive, dude.
I think I'm about the same way.
I can see my dick again. That's how it starts.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
Hello,
like,
penis, my old friend. I've come to box with you again.
That's funny.
but I got a new car this year, which I was
a nice car.
again.
Yeah,
like
your car.
I talked about it on a previous episode of the show. Like I was thinking about getting a new car, and I ended up getting a new car this year because
Fucking A.
thanks to COVID and the economy crashing to hell,
Yeah.
cars became a lot more affordable. And I was like, hey, I could actually afford a car. I got like $1 more an hour at work. Like there's a lot of really great things that happened to me this year.
Yeah.
And then like most recently, like most unlikely thing to happen, I met like a really cool person on Tinder, which fucking
It's not the norm on
unbelievable.
Tinder.
And they're not a single mom or
No.
They're not. That was my experience with Tinder. I only ever matched with single moms that were looking for
And hey, like
a
nothing
dad.
against single moms,
Nothing against that.
Yeah,
I'm
like
all
shout
about
out to
that
Matt
life.
Gable.
No, yeah,
and his future
absolutely.
wife.
Absolutely, but like, fuck, I don't want
I
kids.
think what you were finding a lot too is just like some very sad people on like clearly just looking for the one and like you're kind of sad.
It was everyone I matched with was too serious for me. But anyway, this is your. I'm sorry.
No, but seriously, like it's like the most unlikely thing to happen is like because again, if you listen to previous episodes, I've been very lonely for a long time. So like I met somebody like really cool, and we've been going out a few times, and I think it's going well.
I think it's pretty cool.
And
I'm excited for it.
And I'll be back when I eventually fuck it all over. And, but yeah, it's been like a really, really good year for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not feeling fucked whatsoever.
That's great for you.
Yeah. See, I joked about it because we were talking about like me coming on the show again.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I can come up with a reason why I'm fucked because like it's been like a really good year for me.
Yeah.
Can't think of a single reason why I'm fucked right now.
Well, you also here's a question. You lost weight. How's the pants ripping situation going?
It hasn't been a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like so
You were ripping so many pants.
Yeah. So a couple months ago, because I have to go to the doctor every 6 months to check up on my ADHD meds, and so like they weigh you when you go to the doctor. People have been to the doctor before. You know what this is like.
I believe there's a scale.
Yeah,
There's a scale.
At the doctor.
Yeah.
Measuring.
I generally try to repress that part.
Yeah, they
Exactly,
put you on
yeah.
the table, they flip you over, they poke your butt a little bit, and then you're on your way.
Right.
Yeah, but for like the last 2 years, like every time I went to the doctor, I was like steadily gaining weight, and like every time I would go, like my doctor would be like, "Hey, maybe you should pay attention to how much weight you're gaining, and maybe you should like start exercising a little bit more." I'm like, "Yeah, it's probably not a big deal, whatever." And then this last time I went there, I gained like even more weight, and my doctor didn't say anything about it. I was just like, "Huh, okay, maybe I should take this a little more seriously."
Yeah.
And so I got right to it. I started eating less overall and started eating more like good stuff, more vegetables and fruits and things
Doing
like
your
that.
own cooking too, so you probably saved a bit of money.
Oh
along the
yeah,
way.
yeah. I did a lot more. I mean, I always cooked for myself. I was at home too, but I made like maybe a little more concerted effort to like stay away from like fast food,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
and things like that.
It's amazing how much eating less will help the
Oh,
weight
for sure, yeah.
melt off.
Well, it's funny because like once you start doing it, you realize, I don't need to eat as much.
Trust me, I get it.
Because like I would like eat a little. I would eat like maybe half the portion I would normally and be like, I'm not
I'm
hungry.
good. Yeah,
I'm
right.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like this sort of thing. And I started exercising a little bit in my apartment.
Yep.
Early recommendation for those who have a Nintendo Switch: Ring Fit Adventure. It's actually like a good workout.
Like a good workout.
So as far as exercising in my apartment, what do I do if it's a poltergeist rather than your run-of-the-mill ghost?
Well,
Yeah, how do you exercise that?
okay, I've been exercising my body.
Right, not your apartment.
Yeah.
Why
right.
do you want to banish your body to hell?
There's a lot of reasons.
Well,
actually.
you banished your skeleton. Remember that? When
Yeah,
you
remember we
lost
took
your
your
skeleton?
skeleton out?
Yeah, I didn't have a skeleton for like a week there. That was
That's weird.
that was a
Right in the
kind
middle of
neat
our
experience.
Bioshock playthrough.
Yeah, we were playing
Yeah.
Bioshock and he went, "Oh my god, I just realized there's
forgot.
a skeleton in my body."
Yeah, so I took it out for a while.
Yeah.
It's
How'd that go?
We took
was-
him open with a flaying knife.
yeah, it was all right. I just got to be like
What did we name him? We named your skeleton.
Did we?
I got to be a shapeless blob for a while, and that was
I think you actually recorded those episodes like in your chair, like this.
I probably did.
Really got
Yeah,
into character.
Very method.
Wow.
Yeah.
Appreciate
it was-
real Daniel Day-Lewis of you.
it was all right, but eventually I realized, like, having a skeleton is better than not
No,
having
I
a
agree.
skeleton.
Yeah, I have zero complaints for having a skeleton.
Yeah, you can't jack off if you don't have a skeleton.
That's true.
And that's not fulfilling
shit,
one
that's
part
true.
of the Three Dudes Project.
But
Exactly.
But it is easier to suck your own dick if you don't have a
That's
skeleton.
that's true.
Right? It's a catch-22.
The old gummer. You don't worry about biting it.
Yeah, the real problem there is getting into bed. That's the part of the Three Dudes
Yeah.
promise. that
Oh
would be
yeah, because you're not
impossible.
gonna have teeth if you don't have a skeleton, right?
Right.
Yeah. Shit.
Thank you very much.
You're
for this
welcome.
peeled blade.
Oh man, I feel that on a personal level. Peeling labels off stuff.
Yep. Just
Well, no.
Nothing to do.
Oh, did you ever see? You remember that Onion article where it says Budweiser introduces new bottle
Yeah.
with 500% more label for antisocial drinkers?
Yep. Oh man. God, I get that.
Pretty good.
yeah, it's funny. But no, yeah, like Ring Fit Adventure for the Switch, I definitely recommend it. Like it's not like a serious workout, but it gets you going.
Yeah, I should
And,
play my Switch more.
Yeah, like I don't know how much weight I gained exactly during quarantine. Because I feel like once I started going back to work, I lost a lot more weight.
Right.
Because like
Moving around and stuff.
exactly right. Because I when I'm at work, I probably like on average I take about like 12,000 steps a day at work. I know it's not as much as the postal worker over here.
Yeah. The
Are we
You
not
can
supposed to?
say it. I
Okay.
don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
whatever. He's not gonna go postal. It's fine.
You know, everybody
Yeah.
everybody at the post office is an alcoholic drug addict. So it doesn't fucking matter. Who
So you
cares?
fit right in.
Who gives a shit?
How dare you
Yes.
insult the integrity of Cliff Claben, the greatest postal worker to ever live?
Clavin.
we feast upon your soul.
Claben.
The Jews did 9/11.
Jesus Christ.
Clayton, my God, he's got a gun.
Clavin, we see inside your dreams.
Claben, we feast upon your sins.
We could do that all night.
Yes, we could and have.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like seriously, I lost. So I when I weighed in at the doctor's office last time, I was at 225. I weighed in yesterday at 200 pounds. And it's just like, yeah, real good. So I'm going to keep at it. I hope to lose a little bit more
I
weight.
think 225 is where I was most comfortable. If I can get right back down to that, I will feel so much
Man.
I think I really liked myself at like 240.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm almost
But
there.
I was kind of musclier back then.
Do you remember how fucking skinny I was in college?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
I got a picture of you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm back on Facebook, incidentally.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Welcome back, brother.
I was looking through my old photos, and like I remember, like I was 180 at one
Yeah.
point. Like,
Yeah. Well, my ultimate goal is to get down to 185 again, because that's where I was at in college, and I feel like that's like a good goal to reach. And I think it's achievable too, with how quickly I lost those 25 pounds.
no.
yeah,
You know.
I'm okay with being I'm okay with being heavier. I just want to make sure my insides are working fine, and my blood isn't the consistency of maple syrup.
Yeah, you know, it's like I've just noticed, like, you know, looking at myself in the mirror, just like feeling better about myself. You know, it's nothing to like. I never felt like I was like severely overweight. You know,
You weren't, no.
And it was just like being happy with myself more
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah,
and
sure.
also again, like the health thing too. Like if your doctor's being like, hey, maybe you should like pay more attention to that. Maybe you should also pay more attention to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, you know, I'm not trying to like fat shame anybody who's like 225 pounds or whatever, but just for me, it was like it was where I started to notice it, because also too, like my family has a history of like obesity, and I would always look to my family members who were like overweight and be like, I don't want to get to that point.
Yeah.
So if I start to notice myself getting heavier, I need to nip it in the bud, and that's where I've been at for the last 3 months, and it's been really great.
It's been.
So yeah, I'm not fucked at all, because I got a new car, I got a raise at work, I put out an album of music, I started a podcast, I lost a bunch of weight, and I met somebody really great on Tinder, and I haven't fucked it up
Twitch.
yet.
You almost said Twitch, I think.
And still
Twinder, yeah.
Twinder.
and still in the process of learning to suck your own dick.
No, I'm not doing
He's
that.
gonna get
I'm
there.
not
He
doing
doesn't want
that.
to talk about it.
I
He's getting really.
don't-
Not yeah, I get it.
I've heard
I,
it's more like sucking a dick than it is getting your dick sucked.
I get it. I
yeah,
get
that's
it.
probably true.
Yeah, it probably would be.
I get it.
I mean, hey, if you want to suck a dick, that's fine too. Like,
right,
you know,
but
whatever.
just like know what you're getting into.
Exactly right.
I get it though. You're definitely not trying to learn to suck your own dick. I get it.
That's one for the Sight Gags podcast.
But yeah, I would really like to hear from Dave why you're fucked.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go to Chris.
I thought so too.
Then I pointed. I think you like did a zag.
When you zigged,
I zagged
I saw it.
The verbal serpentine.
when you zigged,
the verbal teen.
I fucked around.
Whenever
Remember to
you
drink
zig,
your verbal
I just
teen.
You go left.
I go the
and
other way.
You go left, and I fuck right off.
He goes.
So why are you
left
fucked,
and
David?
stay
I would like to
right.
hear that more than anything right now.
I don't. I have a brief one. I'm not going to talk long about this, but I realized that the length of this podcast
this
is
is
now
tasty.
legally mandated because we have a
What?
10 p.m. statewide curfew,
I mean,
Oh,
nobody's like really
God
following that.
damn
which
it.
means we literally like have to be done by
Yeah,
like.
No,
but, like,
yeah,
nobody
I-
really pays attention to that. Though.
I know, but it just feels
It's,
like
you know,
I don't want
it's-
to put anyone in the
No, like
way of
it's
getting
really
pulled
not
over.
a problem.
No, yeah.
We should.
We should. Yes.
Yeah, we should, but like also like, you know, it's not a big deal.
But like if you don't, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's actually how all the fucking rules are right
Exactly,
now. It's like,
right.
You absolutely need to follow them. But if you don't, it's okay.
that has more to do with businesses than anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, but they don't want people out, you know, if you're out driving around, you've been somewhere. Where were you?
You've been.
You've been on. So yeah, that's I feel a little bit fucked about that. I also I feel like, I mean, how many times can I talk about like I just
How
want
many
the pandemic
times
to
did you-
end?
Yeah.
But like I'm missing
That's
out
a
on
hot
family
take,
stuff.
Dave. That's a really hot take.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on family stuff on Sunday because there's too many of us. And
Yeah.
Christy and I had to make the decision to be like, nope, that's actually too many.
Yeah.
And Christmas is going to be the same thing. We're probably not going to have a family Christmas.
Fucking New Year's too, man.
Yeah, New Year's won't exist.
I'm devastated about the New Year's.
You know what sucks is like for the first time we're like
We're all going to be off on New Year's Day.
right?
It's terrible.
I know. I had that worked out amongst the group. Like I will work any Christmas holiday you need, but I get New Year's Day off.
Yeah.
And maybe the day after.
Yeah.
That was always my thing. It was like, hey, if you schedule me on New Year's Day, I'm not gonna be here. There's no way. That's
Yeah.
never gonna happen.
Yeah.
And now I don't have to worry about it ever. So
There's just so much shit we missed this year.
but New Year's Day is the start of hockey season, so I'm watching hockey the next day.
I will say this: a reason I'm not fucked, as you know, the McRib is back.
Yes. Have you got one yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, I have. Yeah.
Is it bad?
It's bad. Yeah.
Great.
I mean, it's
bad.
just okay. Just okay.
What's gotten what now?
The
The
McRib,
McRib is back.
It's the okay.
Oh,
It's the okayest thing you've ever had. It's But I'm gonna get another one.
Even the bones are
gonna
made
eat
of
one.
meat.
It's just meat that's shaped in a mold, right, to make it look like
Yeah.
there's bones in
Yeah,
there.
it's mince.
That's
It's just-
so weird.
Yeah, the idea of like the bones that are also made of pork is weird.
Yeah,
I didn't really think about it, but
would
it
be
is
like
weird.
taking the
Pork
same idea
bones.
and just like shaping mince into a chicken wing shape, with like even with like the knob at the end of the bone or something. You know, it's strange.
I'm thinking about Homer Simpson. You remember the Homer Simpson getting the rib witch on The Simpsons?
Vaguely.
Yeah, this guy like packs his rib witch up and he eats it, and then it's a shot of his eyes, his pupils dilating to the fullest extent.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then like the red blood cells start pumping really fast through his veins, and his hand shakes and he drools and he goes, and then the next shot is him handing more money over and getting another rib witch, and it's happening again.
That's how I feel when I eat a rib sandwich.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
McDouble watch is gone, but McRib watch is here.
It's here. And
is that-
this is a good one.
Is that why you're fucked then? Just because you don't
Not
like
not
the,
fucked.
You don't
This
like the
is
virus, and you get a sandwich.
man.
You know, if I have to not get to do fun family things and
least you get
basically
the
lose
rib
the
witch.
entire year, at least they can bring back the fucking McRib.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the McRib can be a family.
Yeah, just one man in the sandwich.
That's
That's a
family.
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 Yeah, it's
A
you
puddle
know,
of barbecue sauce, a discarded napkin, and a lost pickle.
Family.
Don't make me say it.
it's no classic McDouble, but it's a step in the right direction.
Oh, man.
I
Yeah.
guess
An
I
empty
don't like the
cup,
McRib.
a plastic straw, and 2 children with no parents in plain view.
It's a
Family.
family. Do I even have to say it?
Don't make me say
Don't
it.
make me say it.
All right. Well, that's everyone, right? Like, I think we're all.
Yeah, we're all wrapped
Well,
up.
You might
that's
as
all
well
wrapped
skip
up?
me because this is going to be the worst thing.
No,
that's
okay.
ever happened
I
on this
do want
podcast.
because I know you've had a rough
Yeah.
couple weeks here.
yeah.
I want to hear from.
I might as well
from-
just get it all
you.
out in the open here.
Please, yeah. Dump it all out on us. Spread it all over our
Dump it
faces.
on me.
Dump it on
I
me.
want
And
you to dump it on
just
me.
like fill a bathtub with it and just let us like swim in it.
All your sorrows on me. Gonna stand me up.
We're saving the worst for last.
That's
Everybody
right.
buckle
Ooh,
up.
get ready. You're going to drown in the sadness of this comedy podcast.
You're ready to laugh at his misfortune.
I have been for the last couple weeks so unequivocally. Is that a word?
Yes, yes, it
It
is.
is a word. I don't know if it's the word,
It's-
but
It is
a word.
So
without equal. It means.
yeah, unequivocally depressed and sad and hopelessly depressed.
yeah, I know we do a lot of chuckles and yuck yucks
Yeah,
around here, but I have been worried about you big time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're not the only one. My family is worried about me. My wife is worried about me.
I mean, I couldn't give a fuck, but whatever.
But at least I would like you to think
Yeah,
I'm very concerned.
I want you to think that I'm concerned, but I'm really not.
I'm not. I don't
I'm
give a
sorry.
shit.
I keep like.
No, it's
just-
okay.
You know I'm
I,
joking.
Yeah.
Everyone else like listening, like, no, I'm joking. It's like
Yeah.
this is how we
No,
talk.
but
to
like
each
this
other.
is for real.
This is for real. It's
is for real.
I don't think I mean, like, I've been depressed and I've gone through like anxiety attacks and panic attacks before. I have never in my life
Yeah.
ever been as completely and utterly depressed as I've been in the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like, it has been it's a new emotion for me, which is really weird because I don't feel like myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much so that I had to force myself to come here today.
Yeah.
Because they changed my day off, to Monday, which is actually better because Mondays are always bad at my job.
yeah.
But like Mondays
bet.
during the holidays are especially bad at my job. And the only reason that I got Monday off instead of tomorrow is because I had to call off last Monday because someone waved a gun in my mom's face last week.
my
And I had to
God.
like,
Right.
Yeah.
I had to turn around from work to come home.
Yeah, like what the fuck even is that?
But it's like, and the thing is, I was already having a really bad morning that morning anyway. So I got that phone call, and it was like, you know,
Well, you did the right thing and just said, "Listen, I cannot be here."
Honestly,
cannot be here.
that's kind of like a blessing in disguise. I think
It was, yeah, because I mean, and like all I did was go home and I slept on the couch all day, and like
It sounds, in spite of everything, like the people you work under are really good to you and understanding.
you know what? The thing is, I could have it so much worse.
You could be a Best Buy.
You have had it worse.
I have had it worse. Well, the thing is, like, okay, so like at the post office in particular, our friend Jen left the post office
Because of how bad it was.
Because of how bad it was, and she worked at here in this area in Youngstown, which is completely one of the worst places. Like everything I've heard from everybody everywhere that I work with is like, no, you don't want to work there. Like supervisors there are fucking terrible. So if I told a couple of, I get to go, I bounce station to station a lot because it's just that time of year when they need help. They send you
Right, exactly.
out.
Sure.
And I told everybody, like I told a couple of the supervisors, like if I didn't have the support system here, I would have quit already. I would have walked out. Like if I didn't have it, like it would have been just too much.
Yeah.
And I like my supervisors. I like the people I work with,
That's good, man.
but it's just like,
Let's do a little real talk here. Like I have like wanted to figure out what I can do to help you.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. And the thing is,
Do you want like me to finger your butthole? Or
no, I can do that.
just a little bit.
Just a quick one.
The thing is, like, this is not a new thing. Like, I was taught, and I'm the person who's like so fucking against this. I don't like medicine. I'm Irish, so you can't.
Oh, I get it.
You can't take an Irish person to therapy, and you can't. So, like, I'm super against all that shit. You can't,
for yourself maybe, but not for everyone else.
Or
Yeah.
is it that you
Which
can't
is
take
odd.
an Irish man to therapy?
Yeah.
And is that not a classic example of toxic masculinity?
Yes, it is.
And how it harms men.
Absolutely is. I agree 100%, which is why I made an appointment to go see a therapist next week.
Good.
Hey, man, good on you.
Because it's like, here's the thing.
I'm really proud of you for doing it.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah,
that's great.
The thing is, I'm scaring my family. Like I'm like my wife is afraid for me because I'm having like panic attacks in the morning,
Right.
like horrible panic attacks, and I'm like to the point of having a nervous breakdown.
As opposed to the good panic attacks.
right, it's supposed to like positive.
The walk in the park panic attack.
Yeah.
You're running the mill
I had
panic
the
attack.
best panic attack this morning.
Oh, this kind of sucks, but the birds are singing, the sun's in the sky.
Yeah, just like got a zoot suit on, you go down the street twirling a cane going
Zippity day.
Jesus Christ.
But no, I mean, like, I'm trying to be as upfront about this as possible because this is like new territory for me. I'm not this person. I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like a person. Like I said, I had to force myself to come here tonight because I knew this was going to be good for me to do.
Is it so far?
Yeah, it's weird because I don't feel like my energy's there.
I know what you mean. I can see you're struggling.
Look, man, I as someone who has been like to the depths of despair, because I've been through some shit.
Yeah.
And like I know what that's like.
Everybody here has.
Yeah.
Everybody in this house right now has been there.
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. Probably most of our listeners, too.
Maybe not quite like you are right now.
I don't know. I don't know.
And I'm not gonna say I know exactly what you're going through. Like I'm not gonna like because I can't
but I get
pretend
it.
to know what that's like.
I know. I get it. Like the thing is, this is my wife told me like, this has been happening for a while, and she's right. I was like, no, I think because at first it was like, no, it's this job that's setting it off because I'm working so much,
Right.
which is true. I think that was the catalyst because it is so much work.
It's a tough job.
It's a very tough job.
Throughout history, it's been a tough job.
Yeah, of course, and the thing is, like when you're new, like you're the one who gets the brunt of it. But I'm not the only one who's going through it. In fact, I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I think my supervisors like me, so I'm getting it easier than some of the other guys are.
That's good.
But it doesn't. But it sort of doesn't matter to compare it to everyone else because you're experiencing
Right.
it the way you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, your own experience is valid regardless of whatever anyone
Yeah.
else is going through.
And I mean, it's like this like. This is explaining my depression. It's this like complete despair and fear and numbness.
Yeah.
And it all starts like right here on the back of my neck and into my shoulders. And it just like
Physiologically, people carry a lot of tension on their shoulders when they're stressed.
it's this pressure that I get, and like it's things like crying for no reason,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and trying to regulate my breathing, and
Hey, I will say, like, good on you for crying because,
Yeah, no,
like, when
no,
I was
I
going
ha-
through shit, I just bottled it all
yeah,
up.
sure.
Yeah.
I spent so much of my like teenage years and like up into my 20s, my early 20s, like holding all that back. That like
Same.
It started like
Same, and then violent rage was my MO.
right. Me too. So like when I started like getting better about controlling my anger, that's when it started to come out a little bit more, which is a good thing.
Yeah, no,
Or-
seriously, like that's good.
Or alternatively, because you were start coming out about it a bit more, then as a result,
Yeah,
your anger got
the
under
rage went
control.
away. Yeah, that
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
that's probably more accurate.
Again, bringing it back to how toxic masculinity harms men.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, can we say
very
just
true.
like fuck men? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got-
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Like fuck, like the
No, you're
70s
right.
dad in the back of all of our
You're right.
heads.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what fuck who fucking died and made it a law? Who fucking died and put the person in charge? Who made it a rule saying
know
that,
what you mean.
Who
I know
made
what
it a
you mean.
rule saying that men can't talk about their feelings openly?
or cry.
Like,
for real, like-
no,
what
you're right.
stupid bullshit is that?
You're right.
So
Yeah.
here's another thing along that vein.
If-
Is like if you, I understand why you have like a resistance to like seeing a therapist.
Yeah, I hate it.
And every time
I hate
it comes
it.
up, and Christy's asked me to see a therapist before, and I have not done it.
Yeah.
Because the last time I did, I felt like it just didn't do anything for me. But that's not a reason
To not go.
to not at least sit down and find out if it doesn't work.
Yeah, you might just not have had the right therapist.
I was just
for
gonna
you.
say that. Yeah, you have to find someone who you're comfortable with.
The therapist that I'm talking to right now, I haven't actually met her in person because of COVID, but the therapist that I'm talking to right now is my kind of woman. She's very frank. She's very upfront. She puts questions to me that she knows what my answer is going to be because like there's no other, she's
Sometimes making you say something that
I don't want to say, but kind of have to because it's true.
So not to like
She's
derail
very
this,
frank and upfront.
but
I really
do
like
you
her.
do like a video chat with this person or
No,
is it
phone call.
Okay,
Yeah, that's how mine's gonna be.
honestly,
yeah.
like that actually might be easier as like a way to end because like looking somebody in the face and like explaining your
harder.
trauma,
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
I've
way
been there.
harder,
Yeah.
Yeah.
way harder. So I think that actually might be easier for someone who is as opposed to it as you
think that's
might
true.
be.
Yeah.
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 That's what mine's gonna be is a phone call.
And I've never,
so.
Yeah.
I've seen therapists before. I've been to counseling before, and like seriously, it helps. It helped me out so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was going through my I've been through like some real shit, and like when I was going through that, like that really helped me out. Like knowing somebody else who could explain like what I was going through better than I
Yeah.
could,
Right, right.
and understanding it like really helped out. So
Yeah.
seriously, like that's great. I'm really happy that you're taking that avenue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to. I have to be like the only reason that I'm doing this is because it's like because I would just stuff it down and didn't just move.
Yeah,
on.
no,
Sure.
seriously, yeah.
like
And that-
many an Irishman before.
Yeah, and that's a classic man thing to
Yeah,
do, and
it's
it's
just-
not healthy.
No, it's
Right.
definitely not healthy.
And historically, it's been shown to lead to like
Well, yeah, it's like
emotional distress
I'm
for
pretty
other
sure
people
Hitler
and
just like
abuse.
repressed a whole lot of shit, and
Right.
that's why he was. You don't want to be like Hitler, is what I'm
No.
saying.
Right.
Hot take.
Don't be a Hitler.
Don't
Don't be a
Call
Hitler.
your therapist.
Go to therapy.
now his hair game was on fleek.
Oh hell yeah,
but
yeah, right. He was,
Not the facial hair necessarily. I don't know where the
that was,
box.
that
You
was
know,
definitely in the style.
He
Yeah.
made it work. He made it work.
I
If
don't know.
it, if it
Describe
wasn't for
Hitler.
Hitler, we would probably be wearing
Well, like
that right now.
him
He
and
had a- he had a nice haircut.
Him and Charlie Chaplin, though, I don't know where the fucking boxcar came from. It's a stupid look, I think.
It was the style of the time.
It was South time. Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not stupid. Like
If Hitler
like,
didn't ruin it, people will probably still rock it.
fucking jean jackets were a style once, and those are stupid.
Hey, I fucking love jean jackets.
I wear a jean jacket. I fucking rock that shit.
I'm gonna put patches on a jean jacket. I was that kid.
I gotta look really good in a jean jacket.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's a
off.
great look on you.
Yeah, man.
Maybe I just don't look good in it.
Most people do not look
No,
good.
most
in
people
it,
don't look
but
right.
some people
Yeah.
rock. It.
I'm also like really handsome, so it's just like
Jeggings. How about jeggings?
no, that
shit
was a bad idea
that
from the
shit
start.
sucks.
Yeah,
Fanny pack.
jeggings
Fanny
with the
packs,
Hitler
yeah.
When is your appointment?
Next Monday.
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, like not this, but next, so like 8-9 days or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So not the next Monday, but the sorry.
So the next Monday,
Monday
is
after
this
next.
Monday, and the
Starting
Monday
Ice
after
Cube.
that is next Monday. Is that the Monday?
I'm really glad we
sounds
cleared that
right.
up.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Good.
The Monday which in the fourth dimension has yet to appear is further down the fourth dimensional axis.
Right, it's-
From our present position.
There is between this day and that day another Monday.
We got to get out of this
the-
intro.
The
Yeah, I need
theta
to-
axis.
This has been the
Yeah,
longest.
we have to-
why we're
we
fucked
really
the
have to
whole
get out of
time.
this
we
intro.
did an hour open.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So let me just say I'm going to take care of it. I'm tired of alarming my family.
Well, at some point it's bigger
you're-
than you.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Like, I'm really glad you're seeking help.
Yes.
Dude. Like, if you ever want to talk about it,
Yeah.
I'm here.
I know
Yeah.
everybody's here. Everybody's here.
Everybody's
I have
here.
so many people around me who care about me.
Yeah, and don't want to see you turn into Hitler.
Yeah, I really don't want to see you turn into Hitler.
Grow
because
the weird
because
mustache.
because I'm Jewish and Polish, I
Yeah.
really don't want to see that happen.
Can I make
Yeah.
a little promise right now? I'm gonna keep bothering you.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna keep
I'm gonna bother
bothering
the
you.
fuck outta you.
And I know that I know that
Keep on loving you.
this I swear to you.
the only thing I wanna do now. I don't wanna sleep. I just wanna keep on loving you. Baby, I'm gonna keep on loving you.
All right.
I'm serious though.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know how it feels to not want to do anything. Yeah, that feeling where you melt into the couch and don't care about anything at all. That's what
how
it's
it
like
feels.
to chew 5 gum.
I think I'm gonna buy this gum anymore.
Oh shit!
This gum just makes me cry.
What flavor is this? Oh, lethargy. Yeah, I meant to get spearmint.
Yeah.
Oh my
What is
God,
this? Oh
so
god.
fucking funny.
This is cry on the couch for 2 hours in the fetal position? Why did I do this?
to chew 5 gum.
Why did I
Five
say that in
gum.
3rd grade?
Repressed trauma flavor. All right,
Let's
take
get
a
out of
break.
this.
Okay,
Let's get out of
so
this.
when we come back from the break,
Yeah.
I got a game to play. I'm bringing back the Rotten Tomatoes game I played like way for like
Yes.
Very excited about this.
Yes.
and we're also gonna do smoking and drinking.
Yes, smoking
Smoking and drinking, as always.
Oh no, I'm not smoking anymore.
The thing you don't know about me, Dan, is
Yeah, what's that?
I'm always smoking.
Okay,
Somebody
well,
stop me.
I'm sorry for your loss.
We'll be back.
Welcome to the 3 Dude Podcast. Hey. Yeah.
You can find us at 3dudecast.com.
If you're wondering whether that's spelled with the numeral 3 or the word 3, the answer is yes.
We're so proud of ourselves.
We're so clever. We're such clever boys.
Wow. We've switched hosting to Podbean. You can still find us on iTunes and Google Play. So give us a like.
Yeah, give us a like, give us a listen, give us a review somewhere.
Give us a sandwich.
Give us a high five.
Give us sponsorships.
Please give us a hug.
Give us that money.
Like, I love the dynamic between him and Sirach Lofton. Like,
I've not watched as much Star Trek as I should.
you should watch all. It's all on Netflix.
Yeah.
Watch all of Next Generation and then watch all of DS9.
That first season of TNG was pretty difficult, to be honest.
It's not good.
bad.
It tried to kind of follow in the footsteps of its predecessor and didn't do a very good job.
Yeah.
But by like maybe midway through the second season and absolutely from the third season onward, it finds its voice.
Yeah.
I showed you the episode from the second season, Measure of a Man. It's
a great episode.
where Data is essentially on trial,
Data.
determining. big data. where
I
they're
can't get in this room, Captain. I'm too big.
I have altered my chassis. They're trying to determine whether he, as an android, is Starfleet property or if he's a sentient being with rights.
Dude, we've talked about this episode 1,000 times.
I do, dude. I know.
It's part of the refrain of the Dude Cast.
Dude, I'm an autistic Trekkie. I can't help but bring it up every time I have the opportunity to. Okay.
Oh, you mentioned autism. I wanted to just say,
Where are you going with
I had
this?
3 vaccines in the last 3 weeks. Don't feel autistic yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
give it time.
Imagine that.
Yeah. I'm still waiting, but
I don't feel autistic yet. The Dave Dragowski story.
You just haven't watched the right anime. You haven't
That's
found
right.
the right waifu.
Autism speaks.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ.
No. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Should we delete
Hey,
all
welcome
this?
back, everybody.
no, we're definitely keeping this.
No,
Okay,
we're keeping it in. Hey,
Yeah,
Dan,
Dan, you're
back.
the fucking host.
We
Rein
are
this in.
back. I am hosting.
let's do
Rein
this
us in.
game.
I should have prepped this before we jumped
should
right
have. Get
into
that
it.
fucking game
I'm
going.
getting it
Take your time.
going.
Take your time.
We're
And
playing
that-
a game.
Name that
motherfucker.
punky.
Get your game on. Go play.
that
So
punky.
if y'all remember way back in
Yes.
2019, the
When I
year of
had
our
the
Lord,
red and black lumberjack with the hat to match.
year of our Lord 2019.
You remember rapping Duke to
Daha, daha.
You never thought that hip hop would take it this far.
But now I'm in the limelight because I rhyme tight.
Time to get paid, blow up like the World Trade.
Ooh.
Born sinner.
Anyway, that's all the time we have
I
for
don't know
games.
what we're
so-
doing.
Biggie did 9/11.
Biggie did know. That's a great mashup
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like conspiracies or something.
Yeah, right.
It's just
Conspiracies or something.
He's talking about the 91 World Trade.
Tupac Shakur did Benghazi.
What exactly did Tupac know about Benghazi?
Where in Eastern Europe is Tupac hiding?
What did he know about Fugazi? That's a better
Yeah,
question.
right.
yeah.
He is now Leonard Tupacsky.
How does that work?
Okay, I'm gonna need
All
that
right,
again
let's-
because I have
okay,
to
let's
write
do
that
this.
down because I learned something.
Yeah.
What is that? It was Leonard Tupacsy?
Leonard Tupacsky.
Can I spell that?
No relation.
Tupacsky. Spell it however it sounds
Yeah,
to you.
right.
Leonard Tupacsky.
I'm so like.
Wow, that's bizarre.
Hopefully, I'll remember what that looks like. Anyway,
The notorious Bolshoi.
I have brought once again to this glorious place a glorious game that I stolen from another podcast. If you remember back, like the second episode that I was on last year, 2019. If you remember what 2019 was like, I brought us to this game. I call it the Rotten Tomatoes game. I've stolen it from a show called Doug Loves Movies. It's better on that show, so listen to that on that one.
Just stop here and listen to that.
Well, Doug Benson's way funnier than I am. I'm just gonna say it. He's a very
He's probably funnier than all of us.
It's all the weed.
He's
Yeah.
that's all the weed.
Dude, all you gotta do is start smoking weed.
Yeah.
yeah,
get high.
shit, dude. Like whatever. I could probably
That's why I'm so depressed. I haven't been smoking weed.
smoke
well,
weed every day.
There's a bill that passed the House that is going to
Decriminalize it. Yeah.
decriminalize marijuana.
legalized ranch.
And hopefully also get people out of jail that
Yeah,
are
right.
in there for possession because that's
the
some
best part.
bullshit.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
But none of that matters anymore because we're playing a game
Yeah,
now.
let's do this
Shut the
game.
Fuck up, bad guy.
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry. I love you.
Let's do this shit.
Let's see this shit. So this. Do you guys need a refresher how this works?
Nope.
No,
I just listened to the episode like yesterday where
Oh man, me too.
we bet essentially on the lowest number of actors that we need to name.
and
the
you can go
movie.
-1.
You
if
can go -1.
And
You
I
can
did
go
last time.
-3. You can go -3.
You can go -3 if you need to go -3.
Well, let's go through the numbers. There's one.
I'm just gonna like refresh.
two.
So if this is the
3 is
first
a
time
number?
you've ever listened to the show,
Yes, yeah.
22.
first time you've ever listened to the show, this is a movie trivia game where I give y'all a hint about what the movie is, and then I read the description based off of what Rotten Tomatoes says it is. I give you the Rotten Tomatoes percentage of what the critics say it is. These are all hints so you can figure out what movie it is. I'm not doing a great job explaining this because I've had 3 beers already.
It's perfect.
It's fine.
It's
good
great.
enough.
You guys are doing
I've been so depressed that I've listened to old episodes of this show where I was happy.
Okay. So
Sorry.
So wait. So for the
Yeah.
Joy.
I had to get that out.
if I remember right, for the
Sorry.
first person that it comes to,
Yes.
we bet the maximum number of actors that we would need to identify the movie.
Correct.
And then
Yes.
everyone
around the
everyone
table.
else
Goes around the
can
table.
call or go lower, and
Yes.
whoever bets the lowest,
Yes.
that's how many actors they get, and they have to guess.
Yes. And
Okay.
then if you can't guess lower, you challenge the person to name it. And if they can't name it, you get a point.
Yep.
We're playing to 2 points because that's how they do it on the show.
Okay.
Doug
Let's
Loves
do it.
Movies. If you
Yes.
like this game, listen to Doug Loves Movies because they do it better on that one. I'm sure they do.
Doug loves movies.
Doug loves
I'm
movies.
really excited
Okay.
to play this game.
All right.
I love this game.
Does
Full
Dallas.
disclosure, I didn't have a whole lot of time to come up with categories, so I stole some
Yeah, I'm sorry.
from Doug Loves Movies.
That's okay.
I only messaged you on Wednesday. I'm sorry.
That's perfectly acceptable. I wasted a lot of time, but I have some categories. So let's. I don't know how we're going to pick the first person to do this. Let's just go clockwise.
Time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time.
Oh hell yeah, especially since it was the person that I mentioned aforementionedly. So Benjamin,
Yes.
Mr. Slam yourself. I'm going to give you 3 categories. You're going to pick which category you think you can guess the movie from.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you a movie from that category, and I'm going to do the whole thing. We're going to play the game now.
You're doing a whole carnival barker
I
thing.
know.
yeah, right. You sound like Morty. Hey, woo, we're gonna do it.
Oh, we're gonna have free
The big
I
stuffed
should've-
animal for the pretty young lady.
I don't drink that much, and I should have slowed down a little bit earlier, but it was going to be more fun that way.
Whatever.
I'm out of beer.
Whatever. Okay, so
is yours.
Benjamin,
Yes.
I'm going to give you 3 categories. The first category is Boba Fetish. That's a movie featuring a bounty hunter.
Okay.
Or you could pick Merry Xmas. That's a movie with an X in the title. I thought that'd be appropriate since we're coming up on Christmas here. That's a movie with X in the title. Or you could pick Two Dicks. That is the films of Alan Tudyk. Because funny thing about Alan Tudyk,
Two of them.
Two of them.
2 of them.
I'm going
I
to
love that
pick.
this joke is still alive.
I'm going to pick Merry Xmas.
Merry Xmas. All right, great.
good
So
pick.
let me scroll down
2
to
of
where
them.
that's at. All right, Benjamin.
Yes.
This is a movie from 2005. It has a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. Even more absurd and implausible than the first movie. Blank is less inspired and technically competent than its predecessor. I have 6 names. How many do you need?
Give me 2.
2 names. All right, Christopher. Christopher Brady yourself. How many names would you need to name this movie from 2005 that has an X in the title?
I'm gonna have to challenge him to name that movie.
Okay. All right. So the way this works, I'm going to read the names from the bottom of the cast list. So these are the lowest totems on the poll.
Yes.
And that makes it harder.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes.
right.
So this is a movie from 2005. 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wait, 70? Did you say
17.
Okay.
17 with an X in the title.
That's critic score or user score?
That is the critic score.
Okay.
I go off the critic score
Okay.
because the critics know what they're talking about.
Yes.
Obviously, this is why
Obviously.
movies like Crash win Academy Awards. So the first name at the bottom of the cast list is Exhibit, the Exhibit himself. And the second name is Samuel L. Jackson. Which
know-
movie
I
is
know what
this from
this is.
2005?
I know what it is. I can't remember the name.
You get time.
Merry Xmas, X in the title,
Yes, it is.
Exhibit in the cast.
It is. I'm gonna guess at the name. It's Triple X2.
Full title, please. What's the subtitle?
Triple X2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Book of Secrets. I can't remember.
I can't remember the title either.
That is
but
I'm sorry, that is not the correct title.
Fuck, what is it?
It's Triple X State of the Union.
State of the
God.
Union. Damn it! I knew that.
Damn it,
one.
I knew it had something to do
was
with the
gonna
fucking
say, I
United
knew
Wait,
it.
States.
2 points. Chris has a point, and he goes
Yes.
next.
All right.
He can win on this one.
He gets a point because
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 I
I
didn't
did
name the
the
title.
movie.
Okay,
This is how the
I
game works.
was gonna say because he guessed wrong too, but
Yeah.
he doesn't
He
even
didn't
have to
guess.
guess.
He challenged you to get it. This is part of the strategy of the game.
Yes.
It's the best thing about the game. You can
State
win
of
without
the
winning.
Union.
Give me my topics again.
All right, so you are going to get 3 different categories because
Okay.
I have so many categories. I have so many
I have the
categories.
best
The
categories.
categories.
I got too many categories. I don't know how to list them.
All right, so
back
I'm
in my
really
day, we only
excited.
had 3.
I'm really
there are only
excited
3
about this
kinds
one.
of movies.
All right, so your categories are
I got hairy legs.
Will Smith loves pussy. These are movies where Will
That's
Smith.
just true.
That's just
Yeah.
true. These are movies where Will Smith saves a cat.
Okay.
Wow.
Next is Fast and Furious. These are movies where a human races a animal or creature.
Races?
Races, yes. Like
What?
in a race. They're in a race with an animal or creature.
Okay.
Third category is a reptile dysfunction. This is a movie where a dinosaur dies.
These are great. I don't know if you realize how good you are at this.
I stole Will Smith Loves Pussy from Doug Loves Movies.
That's pretty good.
Right.
I gotta go with Will Smith loves
Will
pussy.
Smith does love pussy. All right, so let's scroll down to Will Smith Loves Pussy.
Now, what's the qualifier for this category?
Will
again?
Smith saves a cat.
Saves a cat.
Saves a cat.
Okay.
This is a movie from 1997, has a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Thanks to a smart script, spectacular set pieces, and charismatic performances from its leads, Blank is an entirely satisfying summer blockbuster hit. There are 10 names. How many do you need? Or sorry, 9 names. How many do you need to name this movie?
If it's what I think it is, I need -3.
-3.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it
Holy
might be what you
shit.
think it is.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, that's probably a record.
Same.
I think that's a record. That's definitely a record for this show. I don't know if it's a record
Yeah.
for Doug Loves Movies. Dave, can you possibly name -9?
-9?
-4.
I'm like, I kind of jumped.
I'm so sorry. Dave, can you,
I don't
can you
think
possibly name
arithmetic.
-4? Or do you have to challenge Chris to name
I'm actually not sure if I understand what going into the negative means.
So negative means that you
have to name
the
the-
movie, you name the movie, and you name the top 3 billed people in the cast. Now, this is not the top 3 billing. This is according to Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily the top 3 billed. It is according to what Rotten Tomatoes lists these people as.
So I'm taking a wild guess on
that is a
3.
huge swing.
I think I know the 3 though.
Yeah, I do too.
David, I don't know.
I'm going to let him do it.
You don't want him to do it?
I'm
Okay.
going to let him do it.
So Chris, I want you to name that movie, and I want you to do with -3 names.
Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones, and Rip Torn.
What's the movie?
Men in Black 1.
You're incorrect.
I bet it's Wild Wild West.
It's Men in Black,
Oh.
but the top build is Tommy Lee Jones. So part of it is you have to name them in the
In order.
In order, yes.
Tommy Lee Jones
Tommy Lee
got
Jones-
billing over. Wow.
Look, dude,
Well,
Tommy Lee
he's
Jones
been around
is,
longer.
Oh, yeah.
is the shit.
Wow, okay.
So it goes Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith, and then it's Linda Florentino, who is the female lead.
I couldn't remember the
Yes,
actress.
yes.
Surgeon.
The surgeon.
The
and then,
coroner.
I could see
Right.
her face. I'm like, fuck. It's either her or Rip Torn.
And then fourth build is actually Vincent D'Onofrio. Rip Torn is not until the after like the
Really?
until 5. Yeah,
That's
So it
unfortunate. I
goes
love Rip
Tommy
Torn.
Lee Jones, Will Smith, Linda Florentino, Vincent D'Onofrio, who is the antagonist.
Yes.
and then Rip Torn. So Dave, you actually get a point because you challenged him to name that movie, and he was not able to do it successfully.
Vincent D'Onofrio was Private Pile.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Is that better? He was,
That
he
means
was great in Men in Black
going,
1.
we're going another round on this one, and Dave, it is your turn.
All right.
So let's see what we have not picked already.
hosting an intergalactic kegger.
All right, so I'm gonna let you pick from. So there's 2 categories we haven't listed yet. I'm just gonna let you pick from these 2 categories. The first one is We Will Mock You. These are mockumentaries about musicians.
Oh.
And then The Pen is Mightier. This is where someone uses a pen as a weapon.
The penis mightier.
Exactly. So
Rest in peace,
I
Sean
have a
Connery.
very hard time.
mockumentaries about musicians, and then the using a pen as a weapon.
I can't pass up mockumentaries about musicians.
Okay, let's scroll down to that one, and we'll do that one next.
I'm not sure I'll get it, but
Well, hey, then you can still win this because you have a point. Chris has a point. Ben has a chance to get a point, and then we go to 2 points.
It's true.
So, all right, this movie is from 2016. Has a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. Blank updates the Rock Monument. Wow, words are hard.
Rock mockumentary.
Rock mockumentary for the 21st century mainstream. It hits many of the low-hanging targets with its side-splitting impact. There are 9 names. How many do you need to name this movie, Mr. Drewowski?
What year was this?
2016.
and it's well reviewed.
79% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it is fresh as fuck. How many names out of 9?
Fuck, what's it called?
The problem is I know I'm gonna get outbid because I'm not very confident.
I can't remember what it's called.
I appreciate you just saying that to
Yeah.
your competition.
Well, hey,
How
yeah.
confident or not confident you are.
Yeah, I will. I mean, what it will be obvious because I think I would probably.
Dave,
need,
how
like-
many names?
I'm
you motherfucker, I
Out
know
of
this
9.
movie.
I think I would
what
need
it
like
is.
5.
5 names. Okay. Benjamin, can you go 4 or less, or do you want Dave to name that movie?
I'm an adventurous man tonight. I'm going to say 4 names.
4 names? Okay. Chris, can you name that in less than 4 names?
I'm gonna make Ben name it because I know what movie it is and I don't know what the title is.
All right. That's a bold strategy. All
It is
right.
a rock mockumentary from 2016.
Well, so it's a mockumentary about a musician. I'm not gonna like say exactly rock and roll.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read the description again, or do you just want the names?
Read the description one more time and then give me the names.
So this movie updates the rock mockumentary for the 21st century mainstream and hits many of its low-hanging targets with side-splitting impact. 79% on Rotten Tomatoes from 2016. From the bottom of the cast, you said 4 names, right?
4 names.
All right, so we have Chris Redd, Imogen Poots,
Imogene.
whatever.
Imogen.
Imogen Poots. It's
Emoji poops.
Yeah, emoji poops. The poop emojis in this movie.
So many poop
Starring
His
the
name
poop
is
emoji.
Patrick Stewart. Okay.
Joan Cusack and Maya Rudolph. So Chris Redd, Imogen Poots, Joan Cusack, Maya Rudolph.
Mogan. I know this movie. I don't know what it's called.
2016.
But I think I actually have a guess. And
Shut the fuck up, Dave.
Jesus
Let
Christ.
Ben think.
Can you read the description one more time?
I can read it one more time. So this movie updates the rock mockumentary for the 21st century mainstream and hits many of the low-hanging targets with side-splitting impacts.
I should.
Shut the fuck up. Let him think. No. Oh my God. I'm not going to do that. I can't believe you keep shut the fuck up.
All of these go to
Ben, I'm going to have to ask you the name of that movie.
11.
Smell the glove.
I don't know. Get him to the Greek.
It is not getting to the Greek.
No.
Can I get, even though it doesn't count, can I guess?
You can count. You can guess that it doesn't count.
Wasn't it called Pop Star?
It's called Pop Star.
Pop Star, yes.
What's the full title?
I can't remember the full title.
Full
I know
title.
it's Pop
Pop
Star.
Star Journey of
Never
an-
Stop, Never Stopping.
That's
Holy
it.
shit, Dave! You get a point just because you asked him to guess that movie, but you would get a point because you got it correct. It is Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Yeah.
I
The
never
Lonely
saw it.
Island guys.
The Lonely Island guys. That is a great movie.
Oh,
Yep.
That is a great
I'm
movie.
like I didn't know the subtitle of the movie. I'm like,
It is a tough.
Fuck.
It is a tricky subtitle.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend people watching that movie.
I never saw it, but I remember the.
It's great. It's
yeah,
very
The
good.
promotion.
which is
Very good.
The answer is none.
Dave, you win.
none.
I
all
win.
black.
You fucking won because you have 2 points.
I'll put a little check mark right here.
Yeah,
That means
so
I
you
won.
win with 2 points.
Shit on a shingle.
I don't know if you guys want to keep playing until we run out of topics.
So my thought is,
Yeah.
we had a
We
really
gotta get
long
this.
intro,
Yeah.
We got to get this.
so we should.
Topic along.
And I don't want to do disservice to your
Yeah,
topic.
it's coming up on 9 o'clock and we have a 10 p.m. curfew.
All right.
Oh,
Okay, so yeah, Dave wins. Maybe if we do the show again, I'll come back and do more of this.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
please do.
should
It's
do
so
this
fun.
again because this is fun as fuck.
It's a very good game
We love
that I
doing
stole
this
from another Butter podcast.
matter.
a butter podcast.
Butter podcast, all that butter.
I thought you said butter for
Dr.
a minute.
Coffee's.
I'm glad you guys like that game because I really enjoy listening to that game, and
Dude.
it's a fun game.
You're really good at it.
It's a really good game. We should do the topic though because we have like an hour ish.
So it is almost to the end of 2020. We're almost there, guys. We made it. We made it
somehow.
this far.
The gauntlet.
I made a joke to Dave like a couple weeks ago when you guys were talking about doing the show again about how when I come back on here, I'm gonna have a fuck ton of recommendations.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be the Oops All Recommendations podcast. Oops All Recommendations.
Okay.
Oh, I love this.
All the recommendations.
Well, this
So-
is perfect because
because
we
this
don't even
cuts
have
out
to
our-
do that. Yeah.
So like 2020, we've all been in our homes. We've been watching shit on Netflix and streaming it
You're a
all the
genius.
time. We've been
I kinda
Spotifying the
have.
fuck out of the 2020. I want you guys to tell me, what have you guys been doing all year? Like, what's this shit that's been keeping you through 2020?
Jacking off and playing video games, my dude.
So what have you been jacking off to? I want you to know, like, top 5 porno videos.
Okay, so Pornhub Premium. We
I
talked
am
about
under
this.
no obligation to reveal that to you.
Pornhub Premium was free for a long
The
time.
enthusiasm
It was.
here is
I'm gonna
incredible.
say it
Yeah.
like Porno Premium.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Worth the money.
It ain't
Pretty
bad.
good.
You can download all the fucking videos.
That was a pretty good
What
month,
is it?
man.
It was
What do they give you?
So you can download all the videos
they
you want.
already
There's
give-
no ads. It's all
You get the
full
full
HD.
versions of all the,
You
like,
get
the
full
15
access to
videos.
all your subscriber videos.
Yeah, man.
I was just gonna say they're already giving
full
away
HD
free
or
full
full HDO.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah, man.
HDO.
Full HD. You know, you get the full versions of those like 15-minute previews.
It's legit.
It's pretty good.
It's legit.
ain't
They're
bad.
already giving away free pornography.
Hey,
to
yeah.
the world.
free porn's good. Paid porn's better.
So real talk.
I'm not paying for it anymore.
No, paid porn's better.
But that 1 month was
It is
like,
better.
all right, yeah, that's
yeah, you
better.
know what? You're
Yeah.
right.
Real talk though, the one thing Pornhub is lacking is the one thing I'm into,
Okay,
which is big chicks.
big checks.
I feel like that's got to be.
And that's
like,
gotta be there.
I got some subs I
There
gotta
are
talk
plenty.
to about.
The problem is most of the models
Yeah.
have their own things now. They have like OnlyFans and shit like
Right,
that.
right.
A Pornhub subscription.
All right, so
won't-
top
won't
5
cover-
OnlyFans go.
won't cover fat chicks.
Wait, so there's no way there's not. I mean,
There's plenty of content there, but it's not the best content you can find on the internet.
Of course not.
okay, yeah, I can see this. We're gentlemen of culture here, right?
Is what I'm saying.
let's
we
get
all
into
like
this.
thicker ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
I like women in general. I just like.
My
not
preference for
picky.
thickness is just a bit above the norm.
Yeah.
Or a lot above the norm.
Hey man, whatever you're into.
One of the first things I told this girl like on our first date was like, "You're thick in all the right places."
I cannot believe you said that.
I said that.
on a first date.
Look,
That
man,
is
so one of-
ballsy as
one-
hell.
One of
and
the things
applaud
I
you
did,
for
like,
it.
I was like, all right, so if she's gonna stick around, like, if I'm gonna throw everything at her. Like I want to know her. I want her to
Get
know
it
like,
out,
where I'm
get it
at.
all out of the open.
Exactly right.
Get
So
it
if
all
she
out of the
sticks
open.
around through this, then she's like actually into me. So
Yeah.
I threw it all
Girl,
at
you
her.
thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
One of my favorite gifts on the internet.
Yeah.
It's the best. Yeah. Yeah.
No, okay, so what I've been getting into during this whole period where I can't go bowling or go to bars or go to
Yes.
movies or
We're going.
any of the
We're so going
fucking
bowling.
things I'd like to do, god damn it.
Like all the good things.
Because of these
All the
fucking
Good
MAGA
things.
hat wearing, not mask wearing pieces of garbage. The one thing I've been really liking to do,
See, he had to get it out.
yeah.
I did
right.
have to get it out. I fucking hate these people.
get it out.
Is that I've been trying to catch up on my video game backlog. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Well, you had what?
I'm
How
proud
many-
of you because I've been playing
Over
the same
600.
video game.
He has
like,
over
all-
600
I thought
games.
it was
on Steam.
800. I thought you had like 800 games on
I-
Steam.
Somebody told me
I
you
have
had like
well over-
4,000 games.
No, not 4.
That's
crazy.
No, it is definitely over 800.
Oh,
It's over 800.
So yeah, and especially during the pandemic when I sometimes I have nothing else to do but watch Twitch streams. I've come across some really interesting games. One of which I think was my last recommendation, which was called Hot Lava.
yes.
Where you play as like a 90s action figure G.I. Joe knockoff. And
It looks great, by the
You
way.
have to jump. It's like if
As
you're-
opposed to cold lava.
right, which is called Rocks. If you ever played
baklava.
baklava. Wow.
I would love to play that game, but it's all baklava.
I would love to play that game because it is all baklava.
You know, the last 20% is basically baklava.
So the other day,
Backwash? Anyone?
I got
this
it.
thing on?
I got it. I was just like, what? Like,
I did not get that. It didn't scan for me because baklava is not a liquid. God damn it.
Sorry, just can't
no,
help myself.
I got it. It was just.
So
Sorry.
so a few days ago,
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Gentlemen, I'll be here all
here
night.
he is.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
So
This is the best.
a couple days ago, I bought a game called Jump King.
Jump.
Okay.
It is called Jump King. It is a 2D pixel adventure,
Two of them.
and it is designed as many of the games I play nowadays are. It is designed to elicit rage out of the player. Your goal, your only move, is to move left and right. Hold the spacebar down for the strength of your jump.
Okay.
And try to get up to the top of this video game world because there is a smoking hot babe, as the game describes her.
Okay.
Every time you load up the game, it shows a black background and white text that
African
says,
American background, please.
there is a smoking hot babe at the top.
That's really funny. Does it have kind of like a getting over it kind of feel where it's like,
Yeah, if you fuck up, you will fall a lot of distance.
gotcha.
That's how every attempt to get a hot babe has worked out for me.
But it is a lot more fair
Shout out to Dan's new girlfriend.
than getting over it. The thing about getting over it is the controls are bullshit.
Get over it. Sorry.
The thing about getting over it is the controls are bullshit, and that's
Yes,
part of
on
the frustration.
purpose, on purpose.
On
Yeah,
purpose.
That's kind of what I wondered is are you, by virtue of only being able to move a little bit and jump, are you kind of really limited in your mobility?
I played
and
that
is
game
part
for
of the fun?
5 minutes and quit.
It-
Are you doing the Chris Brady move?
No, he said move a little bit and he did this motion.
Oh,
So I'm
I thought you were doing. I thought you were doing the patented
playing with a
Brady move.
clitoris in it.
yeah, little.
This is my move.
A little bit of that.
So
Psychic podcast for everybody.
Sorry, we're like, Ben, this is your moment here.
So the thing is, the difficulty comes from the fact that the longer you hold down the space bar to jump, or whatever key you assign to the jump button, the stronger and more vertical your jump will be.
Okay.
Now, normally, if this were like a golf game, you would have like a changing arc to show you where the ball is going to
A
go.
chark, if you will.
yeah,
Half cherry, half shark.
shark. Your body's scary, but
Your head is a cherry. The chark. So normally you would have like a projected arc where your jump is going to go. But
this episode.
but
This episode is such a fucking mess.
however, you have to play around with it and gauge it for yourself. You have to learn to operate off of timing and feel.
There's nothing better than a well-programmed jump mechanic.
It is
Yeah.
it is great. It is a great game. But holy fuck, if you miss a crucial jump
you want to throw your monitor out the
and
window.
you fall into the wrong place, you will go back like 6 or 7 screens, and it is absolutely rage-inducing. Now again, you know,
This is good beer.
It's very good.
I am a
So fucking good.
I'm a Dark Souls veteran.
Yeah.
I'm kind
You
of
have patience.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
you-
I'm kind of
Which is
learning-
really funny because I've played video games with you. You have more patience than Dave and I have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
when it comes to this shit.
Well, see, the thing is with games where I'm like up against a human opponent, I have very little patience.
Okay, see, I'm the opposite. I have more patience against a human than I have against.
I will only rage against the machine.
I I have very little patience when I'm playing a game that pits me against human opponents. I get angry a lot more when I feel like another person has bested me.
Yeah, fuck people.
That's frustrating. That's frustrating at its best, and I can kind of get over it. At its absolute worst, I'll rage quit.
Yeah.
But any game where I'm up against the computer, I know, like, okay, this thing has boundaries. I'm a human being. I can go beyond those boundaries and
He's beginning to believe.
eventually beat it.
See, I'm the opposite. Like I know I'm smarter than most people. So
Well, most people are, in fairness.
yeah, right. So if I lose
1v1 me at chess, bro.
See, like,
yeah.
see, like,
all right. I mean, sure, fuck it,
That's-
whatever.
see,
I haven't played chess in like 15 years, but I'll fucking play you.
That's the thing, though. Like, I think I have a bit more common sense than a lot of people.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
But if I were to take on someone in chess who has been playing it for years, whereas I play it occasionally, I will lose.
Well, that's what
I get that.
Chess
So,
is a
like-
game you got to play and study.
right.
If you want to
so,
be good at it.
So the only games I'm good at against other people, it's NBA 2K, it's Tetris.
Yeah.
Oh, I will absolutely play you a Tetris.
Yeah, me
fucking
too.
bring it, 'cause
Me
I'm,
too.
like, really-
I will fucking
You're
destroy
talking.
you.
You're
in
talking to
Tetris,
two
man.
autists right here. There
like,
is no
really-
way that you're better than he and I are at Tetris.
Okay,
All right.
but NBA 2K definitely better than.
Oh,
both
yeah,
of you.
I 100%.
Our
agree.
fucking banner is a puzzle piece.
I have ruined friendships. I have ruined friendships over NBA 2K before, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I think I've said that on the same podcast before.
I'm glad that tickled you guys.
The image of the autists of the world going to war.
Yeah, the fucking autist samurai army. What the standard bearer with the vertical banner with
Eating
a puzzle
Doritos
piece
and
on it.
Naruto running.
And just like
Yeah, everyone Naruto runs into Samurai Cup.
and just like just quietly mumbling to each other. So you guys excited about Cyberpunk 2077?
You're in your fucking bunk at night, and you like instead of a poster of like Marilyn Monroe, it's like a poster of like Asuka from Evangelion. It's like some anime fucking 14-year-old.
It's Bulma.
It's Bulma. Well, but dude, Bulma's a MILF now.
Oh my god, I don't even know what that is.
Dragon
I'm
Ball
lost.
Z,
You know what that
man.
is? I don't know what that is.
Dragon Ball Z, dude.
All right.
It's just Andrew. It's just one of the Andrew.
So what is this game called again?
Okay, so this game that I'm talking about currently is called Jump King.
Jump King.
But I also have another recommendation because again, I love Souls-likes.
Bring a bitch.
I have had this game for years and only recently installed and played it. It is called The Surge.
Oh, dude, yeah. I don't like Souls-like games at all. But I looked into this because I like sci-fi and I like Fallout
Yeah.
games and things like that. And I tried it. Like, there's like a demo you can try out, and like, I was like, this would be really cool if I had any patience at all.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. The Surge. I started playing.
That game's cool as fuck.
Maybe like a week and a half ago. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude.
You the way that you get new equipment in this game is by attacking an armored part of your enemy's body and then cutting it the fuck off.
Yeah, man.
God.
And
It's
then
so cool.
You get the blueprint for the part that they're wearing. And then you have to get the materials to construct it.
So for
And
those who don't know, it's basically sci-fi, post-apocalyptic Dark Souls.
yeah, it's like you join this mega corporation that's like, oh, we're gonna colonize other planets but I still haven't learned what the big plot thing is, but something goes wrong and people with these mechanical implants that they use for like industrial labor, imagine like half of your body gets grafted to a forklift and that's what you do. You lift cargo and shit.
Honestly, it's very accurate, yeah.
Yeah, they start going fucking insane, and you wake up. Your character is
brush your hair, you
paralyzed
put on
from the
a little
waist
makeup.
from the waist down when you start the game.
wanted to.
But because of the cyborg shit, he can walk again and all this shit.
Mein Führer.
But
I can walk.
But yeah, so I don't know what has caused this yet. Like all these insane.
The story seems super interesting, and I wish I was
Yeah.
more like patient and like I wish there was an easy mode so I could experience the story of it. Because
Right.
like
And
again, I tried playing it and I was like, this is great, but it's not for me.
And I'm trying, but like the distance between like one save point and another is extreme, even for
Yeah.
Souls-like standards.
Right.
So that's exactly the kind of shit I can't do in a video game. Is
But-
I do not want to play the same 15 minutes over
Right.
over
and see,
over.
I have the patience for it because I want to do better each time. I see it as like a self-test.
That is less gratifying.
Yeah, I
for me.
totally understand why people like those kinds of games.
Yeah.
Because I've played Dark Souls before.
And I totally get why people don't like those
yeah,
games.
right.
I totally
I
do.
appreciate what people like about those games,
But-
and I wish I had that in me to do it, but it's just not.
And
it's just not what
I
play
didn't
video
think
games
so
for.
at first until I beat the first Dark Souls, and I was like, "Holy shit!
Yeah, right.
This is really gratifying."
Yeah.
But the Surge is really cool. I recommend it if you ever get a hankering for Souls-likes. If you want something easier than the Surge, though, play Sekiro. Sekiro is not quite as difficult.
Is it not? Okay.
It's
Really, really pretty game.
It's very pretty.
yeah.
Its save points are plentiful. The action is faster paced. And
I think having like a stealth kill option. I know there's like stealth in Dark Souls, but like
yeah, but it's even more accented in Sekiro.
Right.
Because you play as a ninja.
ninja, please.
You can drop down on dudes from above. Sekiro is I think if you're hesitant about Souls likes, give Sekiro a try because it's really good, really well constructed. I'm gonna let you guys do some recommendations while I take a look.
Yeah, man. I want to hear what Chris has been up to.
So it's been
It's me.
it's been
This is an insane episode.
Whatever,
This
fuck
is
it.
like the most
cares?
unlistenable thing.
no. We've had some unlistenable shit before.
That's true, we have.
This is not the
I
most
will
unlistenable.
proudly carry that banner.
I will proudly carry that banner.
Honestly, it's been very fun.
There's no laws when you're drinking.
Seriously, like I'm very happy that I'm here. I'm very happy y'all are here.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is great.
It feels.
I haven't seen some of you in like over a month.
It's
And-
it's good to get some kind of
Dude,
normalcy.
seriously.
Probably the last
yeah.
time I saw you was when we watched Bill and Ted.
yeah.
And by the way, here's a recommendation.
By the way.
Here's a recommendation.
Dave, it's not
You've
your
already
turn
said
yet.
it, but I listened to the Bill and Ted episode of you guys'
Yeah.
podcast because I had been waiting
That
to
was a
listen
fun
to
one.
Yeah,
it.
man. That movie is way better than it should be.
Way better than it has any right to be.
So one of the things I noticed, and I pointed it out to Dan when we were watching it, was it's my favorite gag in the movie, and it's really subtle, is that Bill and Ted's daughters go up to Jimi Hendrix's dressing room door.
Mm-hmm.
They're standing side by side, and they each knock once, but they go, knock, knock. So they like make a knock,
that's so
knock,
cool.
but each of them does one of the knocks.
It's great.
And it's like,
That's so cool. I never picked up on that.
it's so
Yeah.
funny.
I've watched that movie 3 times now, and I still haven't picked up on that.
That's a great gag.
It's a very good movie. I have now watched all the Bill and Ted movies thanks to the girl that I'm dating.
Yeah.
We're just gonna let that breathe.
Yeah.
It's just exciting
So-
to hear you say the girl I'm dating.
I know. It's just like hold on to that feeling because it won't last very long. I'm sure.
You keep saying, you gotta stop saying that.
I know I should stop saying that,
You have to stop
but it's
saying
still
that.
me. It's still me.
So what I've been up to?
Yes.
I've been. I've been.
You've been.
Yeah. I've been me.
Whatever.
What?
What?
Can I say my favorite gag from last season was like when we were like Ich bin ein Berliner and it was like Ich bin and you were like Das mich.
Das mich.
That was so fucking funny to me.
That's really good.
Yeah. As a native German speaker, I thought that was really funny.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say as a native German speaker?
I know.
He's a Polish Jew.
Right,
so.
right. Which means I'm not a native German speaker.
Well, I'm turning into Hitler, so
Yay!
Oh, you guys are gonna get along swimmingly.
Right. I really hope you like this is gonna go great for our other podcast, Equalize This.
you're right.
I think
Shout out
I'm
to
turning
Sequels
Adolfies. Turning Adolfies. I really think so.
So what I've been up to,
Is anyone listening to this?
as you can imagine, I have a lot of free time when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm not supposed to do is have headphones in. So I've been listening to a lot of albums when I'm at work.
Yeah?
Because I'm not supposed to.
Naturally.
Tell me what to do.
Yeah, so
Fuck around and find out.
I actually wore this shirt specifically for these recommendations.
For the
Yeah,
listeners
boy.
there, he's wearing a MF Doom?
MF Doom.
MF Doom shirt.
Metal Face Doom.
Metal Face Doom t-shirt.
MF Doom
It's
for
black
all
with
you
the image of MF Doom's mask on it.
It's
Metal Face the Villain.
Go from
It's a t-shirt. It's a short sleeve t-shirt.
is that what MF
Presumably
stands for?
made
Metal
of
Face.
cotton.
Metal face.
Metal Face or when he's producing
Probably
Metal
some
Fingers.
sort of
Murder face,
cotton
murder face, murder
polymer.
face, murder face.
I'm assuming
Maybe
it's
not
a 2X,
exactly.
but you know he's lost some weight.
It's
so
a
Right,
2X.
exactly right.
that's
2
what I
X's.
was on about.
There's 2 X's on that
Down
shirt.
from a 4. I was at a 4X. I was a fat motherfucker.
We- really in a 4X?
Dang.
Yeah, I was big,
Wow, dude.
big fat motherfucker. Yeah, this is a 2, and it's starting to get looser on me. So
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
so fucking loose.
to fucking lose. Yeah, so I wore the MF Doom shirt specifically for this because all I've been doing is like listening to old episodes of like Goose Chase and
Goose Chase.
I listened to the first couple Triple T D&D podcast that Ben and Dave and I have been doing.
Yeah,
How are
buddy.
we doing?
Good. Actually,
I
the
like
first
that
two
show.
episodes. First two episodes are good so far.
I like that show. I like the three of you, and I think your DM's really cool.
Chuck's
Yeah,
awesome.
Chuck's-
Yeah, he
great.
seems like a cool
Oh
dude.
yeah, you should meet Chuck
Yeah.
sometime. He's
Should
great.
I?
Yeah. Oh, he's fucking awesome.
Or listen to the
You would
Three
really
Dudes
like him.
podcast that he was on. He was on the
Yes.
medicine episode.
Yeah.
I'm sure
medicine.
I've listened to all the three videos. So I was like,
It is so weird, and I find it so hard to get in character around you being like this awkward teenager that knows nothing about
know.
the world
Compared to Winklevoss.
Compared to Winklevoss.
Who's
very different.
just like 22-year-old Chris Brady. Winklevoss is me at my horniest and drunkest.
Yeah.
Yes.
wow, that's something.
Yeah,
It sure was.
Maybe that's
It
why
sure-
we get.
yeah, you didn't know me back then, but
Yeah,
like
right.
they did. So
Maybe
yeah,
that's why our characters get along so well.
Yes.
It was just a typhoon
'Cause-
of common
'cause-
bad beer.
Danarak is basically just like pure id.
Yeah, and
So-
then I'm the super ego that sits on his shoulder with
Yes.
the angel wings of the halo, being like,
Right.
"You don't actually want to get drunk. You want to help the party."
right. So I've been listening to a lot of albums, I was actually these were going to be my recommendations for this episode, but
Yeah.
since this is all
All
recommend.
recommendations.
All
So
recommendations.
I really hope that you all checked yourself
Oh, I definitely checked
because
myself.
we're gonna wreck the
We're
the
gonna wreck.
format.
yeah.
Actually, you know what's really funny is
What's really funny, Dave?
at the pace we're going, we will get one recommendation each, and the episode is going
That's
to be
fine.
over.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's fine.
right.
That's fine. We're gonna.
It's fine.
So I've got two, and they're both going to be MF Doom albums for all you fucking hip hop heads out there.
Hell yeah.
the four of you
Every
listening.
every nerdy fucking dorky backpack wearing hip hop head white boy is already
me.
into MF Doom,
I
and
wear
that's
backpacks
cool because MF Doom might be like the greatest living MC right now.
No shit.
So
You're willing
I'm-
to say might be the greatest living MC?
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wow.
I mean, you've seen how he rhymes.
the dude's
right, yeah.
incredible.
His
The
You've
dude-
seen the ones that are
structure.
currently living.
The what? The what?
The ones that are living right now.
what?
What?
Because he's living the best. Shut up. Just keep going.
You just tell me to shut up.
Yes.
I thought you were going for some kind of dad joke, but anyway.
I'm always going for a dad joke, Ben.
So
Always.
let me say here, there's three aspects to hip hop, right? There's rhymes, flow, and delivery.
And hose. Oh,
hose,
delivery, right.
So delivery is how aggressively you deliver you deliver everything. Rhyming is your rhyming, and flow is how you formulate those words, how they match in meter.
Flo is your aunt that comes once a month.
Right.
Nice. Yeah, she does.
Doom's got all of those down, and his rhymes are fucking incredible. So I was
Indeed.
debating on which album I was going to recommend, and I decided that I was going to go with two because I couldn't pick because I listened to these two records that I had never listened to before this past week. And they're both like two of the best albums I've ever listened to ever.
Yeah.
The first one I'm going to recommend is the second MF Doom record. It was when he was going by the pseudonym as of King Ghidorah, famously of Godzilla.
He has a lot of pseudonyms.
Yes, he does. So the
So many pseudonyms.
I know Mad Villain.
Too many.
Yeah,
if you ask me.
Mad Villain was a combination between Madlib, the producer, and MF Doom.
Oh, okay.
So Mad Villainy was that record.
Yeah.
and Mad Villain was the name of the
I
group.
love that album.
That album's dude. It's like the ultimate hip hop head record. It's so good. So the second MF Doom record is called "Take Me to Your Leader," and it was done when he was under the pseudonym King Ghidorah, which is basically MF Doom like trying his best to not get people to listen to his music and stay underground because he just didn't like list himself as MF Doom.
Okay.
It's noteworthy in the fact that it's an MF Doom record, but he has like 5 verses on the whole record. He just has his buddies come on and do a bunch of like fucking songs on his record, but he produces the whole thing. And it is, I remember like I listened to it all the way through the first time.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that he was like barely rapping on this record because it's so fucking good.
Okay.
The like it's like 2003, so he's doing a lot of samples on this record from like TV and movies, like old monster movies, as you would imagine.
Right,
like,
right.
There's some Inspector Gadget and some
The
like
Terror from Beyond the Stars.
some like DBZ samples on there, which is noteworthy because at that time digital media wasn't like super big.
Yeah.
It was like just getting started.
It's also noteworthy because at the time, rap music didn't involve 5 minutes of screaming.
That's true.
5 minutes of
But
screaming.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
So he had to sample stuff like off of like VCRs and early DVD players to get sounds out of it.
That's kind of sweet.
Sampling off of fucking VCR is a fucking nostalgia
right.
engine, man.
Yeah, note for all you hip hop heads: see the first Wu-Tang album.
I want any rap song at all to sample the track from the opening of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie from 1990.
Someone's definitely done that.
Yeah, someone on SoundCloud has already gotten to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's
Bossa
weird.
Nova?
I've listened to it
Chevy
three.
Nova?
I've listened to it 3 times in the last week, and the first time I listened to it, I had no idea that the Doom only had like. I didn't even like pick up on the fact that he only had like 5 verses on the whole record, but he produced the whole thing.
Wow.
Super good. And until I read it, I was like, oh yeah. And then I re-listened to it again and then again. I try and take the Jay-Z philosophy of album reviewing, which says that basically you need to listen to a record at least 5 or 6 times before you can.
I think that's true.
I think that's true too.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'm on my 3rd listen through, and I'm going to preemptively say that, yeah, I definitely fucking recommend this album.
Especially for any album that is thematically linked.
Yes.
For anything that just gets put out where there's like one single on there and then everything else is, whatever you can fit on a CD.
Right, exactly.
But for anything that's thematically linked, I think that's especially true for like metal and prog rock in particular.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, because they're so distinct and they're like very specific, and they try and keep with those certain styles.
Yeah, like there doesn't have to be a narrative. It all just has to be thematically
Similar, yeah.
connected to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I guess brings me to the second recommendation, which was the 3rd MF Doom album, which is Victor Vaughn, under the pseudonym Victor Vaughn, because again,
Victor
MF
Von
Doom doesn't
Doom.
want people to listen to his music.
Apparently.
Yeah, but anyone who follows Marvel even casually will
Right.
know Victor Vaughn
Of
refers
course.
to Doom.
Right.
Doom, right. So Victor Vaughn,
Dictator of Latveria.
yes, Latveria.
What a perfect name.
I know. So Victor Vaughn self-produced the 3rd MF Doom album known as Vaudeville Villain, which is a record where he is basically he lets a lot of people produce on this record. It's like 6 or 7 producers produce the whole thing.
Wow.
And he basically it's really interesting because like there's 2 records that he did under the Victor Vaughn name. Vaudeville Villain was the first one, and it's a little bit more accessible to I think most modern hip hop fans, but some of his most creative rhymes are on this record.
Victor Vaughn.
Victor Vaughn, Vaudeville Villain is the name of the record. Everybody at this table will fucking love
That is
I'll probably
both
hate it,
of these albums.
that is 4
I probably won't like it at
V's
all.
in a
Yes.
row.
Yeah, the second Victor Vaughn that he did under Victor Vaughn is Venomous Villain, and that one's also really good. But Vaudeville Villain has some of the most
clever.
creative MF Doom lines and verses on it.
So what was it you played for us tonight that was on that channel
Christ.
That was
that was Meat Grinder. That was from Bad Villainy, which every hip hop head already knows from.
no, you sent us something from Victor Vaughn on
I did. It
Discord.
was Saliva, like one of
Saliva,
the
that was
fucking raddest beats I've ever heard in my
that was
fucking
really
life.
cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, dude. So, like I said, I couldn't decide which one I was going to recommend, so I just decided to pick them both because I listened to them both several times this week.
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, you know what? They're both great, so I'm going to do them both. Listen to MF Doom. I've been like super big into him lately.
I feel like you and me are kind of on. Well,
Hip hop wise, we're pretty similar.
we're pretty similar, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't appreciate lyrics as much as you do.
Yeah, I'm a big thing for.
I tune to the beat more.
I used
iTunes.
to, and then like the more you dive into it, I like rhyme structure a lot.
Yeah, and it's apparent to me, but like I really can't get into a song unless the beat is like really
The beat's got to be there.
solid.
You got to the beat is like the whole thing in hip hop.
That's part of why I've been latching on to Tribe so much in the past year.
Because Q-Tip's a genius.
Yeah.
Like Tip is like inarguably like on the Mount Rushmore of hip hop producers. He's like one of the greatest.
Yeah, like After Hours off of People's Instinctive Travels.
And the Path of Rhythm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Like-
never know anything about this stuff, but I know even less about this than I normally
That's the
do.
first Tribe record. Yeah, and then,
Yeah.
and
Dave
then they-
Dragowski's story.
Yeah,
It's so true.
After Hours fucking hits me in the heart.
Yeah.
You know, the sampling, the rhythm, everything about that beat, like, you know,
Tip's a genius.
I could listen to the instrumentals for that
The
song
rhythm,
just without the
rhyme.
lyrics.
It's bobsled song.
You know, the lyrics help set the attitude.
Of course, yeah.
But even without the
Cool
lyrics, I can
Runnings.
listen to that track all fucking day.
Oh, of course. No, like Tip's like on the Mount Rushmore, dude. He's like
Yeah.
every. I think I said this the other day. Like every Tribe record is a masterpiece.
And you said he produced on Illmatic.
Yeah, he was one of 5 producers on Illmatic.
God.
Illmatic had 5 of the greatest hip hop producers of all time
Christ.
producing that record.
And
He did 3
Illmatic
tracks.
is such a perfect fucking album.
It's like-
it's flawless.
It's like one of maybe 8 perfect albums that exist.
It's so good.
Yeah, but Tip's a genius. And like, it's so weird.
You got to listen to Dave. I know. Dave, look, you don't have
bewildered.
Dave. You don't have work tomorrow.
No,
Right?
I don't.
You do, but you don't.
No, I really don't.
when I go home tonight, I'm going to link you to the full playlist of Illmatic
You're
by
gonna be linked
Nas.
in.
You should listen to if you want to get into rap music, listen to
I'm gonna
Illmatic.
handcuff you to the entire playlist.
Yeah.
of Illmatic.
No, I'm seriously gonna fucking Clockwork Orange you.
Yeah, you should
and
listen.
Which is weird because he doesn't have to use his eyes at all. It's
Okay.
just the ears.
So I'm gonna throw this to
No,
you.
I'm
Dan.
gonna do the thing with the same thing but
Metal
with his
claws
ears.
in my ears.
Yeah.
Holding them open.
No, but you have to listen
you
to
should
Illmatic.
listen to Illmatic. It's great.
Illmatic is one of the best
good.
rap albums.
One of the best albums. Like
One of the best albums.
It's one of the
period.
best,
Yeah, ever made.
like,
I've listened to that album
things.
like no joke over
It's-
300 times, and
it's-
it's so good.
Doesn't Illmatic feature "Life's a Bitch and Then You Die"?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
We
why we
listened
get
to that
high.
album
Love
together
that
once a
song.
long time ago.
You have a like me a distinct love affair with New York City.
I sure
The
do.
ideal of
York.
New York City. You would.
I'm walking in.
I'm walking in.
You know, it's like, hey,
I'm walking here.
pizza rat, get out of my way. Baba da boo.
The image and the ideal of New York City. You
can hear
love.
it. You can hear it in Illmatic.
Yeah, you would love Illmatic.
I'm gonna
with
throw
that.
it to you, Dan, because you've told me that you like Earl Sweatshirt.
yeah, dude.
And if you like Earl Sweatshirt, you were gonna be able to trace every known connection between Earl Sweatshirt and MF Doom because
Oh no, yeah, I get it.
yeah, Earl's rhymes are like
This
they're,
is where
they're
it gets
like
too deep for me.
they're
3
lifted,
deep, 5 me.
they're lifted from Doom's brain.
Oh,
Like,
100%,
He,
yeah.
he like totally
It's clear that that's his influence for sure.
absolutely.
I get the similarity. I would never be able to highlight any specifics though. This is where it gets.
it's the rhymes within rhymes within rhymes in each bar. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That shit is highly impressive to me.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, it's insanely impressive. Yeah, M's good at it. Kendrick's good at it.
Yeah.
Earl is incredibly good at it. Doom
Right.
might be the best at it.
Yeah, I think Doom is up there
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, keeping on that music train, I'm gonna throw out my music recommendations. I said before I have a fuck ton of recommendations because all I've been doing is just like absorbing content the last year.
Yeah. We've all
speak-
just been absorbing a lot of
absorbing so much content. So keeping on that rap game, Run the Jewels LP4 or Run the Jewels 4 came out this year. It is maybe
Not long
my
ago, right?
my album of the year.
Maybe
it was
like a
back-
couple months ago?
June.
Oh,
It was in fucking June, dude.
happened.
Right? Run the
Yeah,
Jewels
it's
4.
been a hell of a decade, hasn't it?
RTJ.
That was awesome.
So
I've never
I love
listened to
everything
Run the
that runs.
Jewels.
What?
I've never listened to Run the Jewels.
Holy fuck,
No, the
dude!
thing is, you probably
You
have. You
owe
just
it
don't know.
to yourself
Maybe.
to listen to Run the Jewels.
Remember that Rick and Morty video for Exquisite Corpse or whatever it was? Is that
So they've done. So this is their 4th LP.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's Killer Mike and LP. They have, like this is their fourth album they've done. Every album is great.
yeah?
Seriously,
Did you ever get the jewels there?
they're still running for them. They're still running for those jewels.
I'm like, come on, guys! It's been 4 albums.
So okay, so this is great. So this
This was
album,
Ocean's 11. You'd all have been fired.
This album
My,
came out in June, like at the peak of Black Lives Matter for 2020. It was a hugely important, I think, album overall.
Yeah.
There's a lot of themes in there that are like very, very relevant. It's as if they recorded it, as it came out. Even though they recorded it, 2019.
Right, but it
things
just
like that.
landed at exactly the right time.
They actually released it early because of George Floyd and all the things going around that.
Sure.
This is a seriously very important album, I think, for 2020, and it's also really fucking good. Like there's so many songs in this album that are great. LP produced a lot of it, and he is one of the better producers right now as well. Killer Mike, if you guys know, he is one of the smartest people.
Yeah, I didn't know that much
absolutely.
about him before, and I have come to have a lot of fucking
He's
respect
great.
for
He's
Killer
fucking
Mike.
great. So yeah, seriously, like Run the Jewels 4. It's one of the I think it's probably my album of the year so far. I really love that record. I think it's great all the way through. 2020, really, really important overall as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about this, as well as I think I mentioned before, Black Star. That's Mos Def and
Talib Kweli.
Yeah.
Talib Kweli.
1, 2, 3.
Mos Def and Talib Kweli.
Man, I haven't heard that in forever. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Take it
Black
on
Star
to
is
the
a
tip
fucking-
top. Best alliance in hip hop.
Ohio.
Sorry.
Now this there's a theme between these in that I feel like I, as a white man, am never going to fully understand these records.
So this is a great thing about
because I have not
Run the
lived.
Jewels is because
I have not lived the black experience.
This is the great thing about Run the Jewels. It's Run the Jewels is Killer Mike, who's a black man, LP is a white man, and they're dynamic with that and how that cooperates together.
What does Chris have in his pocket here?
You
don't
and
know.
I had this same conversation.
New Year's. We were drunk and high.
And high.
Yes.
You and I were drunk and very stoned.
That's right.
We had this conversation
vaping
for an
weed.
hour.
So I remember this. Yeah, I remember this.
Dude, can white people fully appreciate
Yes,
hip hop?
we did.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember because I asked you about it the next day and you were like, I have no recollection of what you're talking about.
No, I do have a complete recollection. I think I was just hungover at the time.
Yeah. We talked about that for like an hour.
Yeah.
God.
This is the great thing about Run the Jewels is because
was a
they
great
kind of
deep
like address
conversation.
this head on.
Yeah, because LP
This-
is white.
He's a white man,
Yeah.
but like they have like this.
And an incredible producer.
He's an incredible artist and an incredible rapper too.
yeah.
Like his rap parts on these albums are fucking incredible.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, seriously, like if you've never listened to Run the Jewels, it's like
I'm going to.
seriously,
I will. I
like,
will.
burn through all 4 of their records because you're gonna have a hell of a time.
I want to appreciate everything that it has to offer because, like, again,
See,
you know,
my feeling is the arts are the way that we absorb the lived experience of of people.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a great
It's
point.
possibly
That is a
the
great
only
point.
way that we have even a half of a crack at it.
Yeah.
Is stepping into
Yeah.
someone else's experience through medium.
That is a great
back at
point.
it with the crack addict.
The Scream by Edvard Munch is widely considered to be the best modern depiction of a panic attack. And for people who have not experienced that, like that's
Too real.
I'm really glad we were able to
'Cause the people-
connect
and
Run the Jewels 4 with the Scream
And my depression.
and my depression. I really liked how we connected those two things together.
well, yeah,
Perfect. But they are connected.
but again, like Dave said, artistic expression is again, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no, yeah, oh,
the
yeah.
best way.
I think
to
that's-
convey a lived experience to
Absolutely,
people who
yeah.
have not experienced.
It's the way to take something that might be unspeakable and
Yes.
make it concrete to people.
Okay,
That-
so let's
that-
continue on the scene for a second then. So like I think in June a lot of us we four white men of privilege
Speak for yourself.
we're kind of faced with this reality that there was a lot
Dude,
of
you're
people.
the only one of us who owns a house.
No, I'm just saying I'm not white.
You're whiter than we are.
I'm just as white as you are. What the fuck do you mean you're not white?
No, I'm just saying.
When's the last time you bought malt liquor?
What? Because you're a Polak? Because you're a Polak? You're not white.
That was just a throwaway. I got nothing behind that. That was just a throwaway, and you guys bit that so hard.
So anyway,
I'm
like
so offended.
when with the death of George Floyd, like the Black Lives Matter thing came back
The
to the
Rachel
forefront
Dolezal
in a
of
way
white
that we
people.
haven't seen since like 2018. There's a lot of opportunity to be like educated on the plight of those that
Yes.
were
Yeah.
and things like that.
This is a for a lot of people that didn't want to fucking look around them. This
Yes.
was a year that made it really hard to not
Right.
look around.
So I made an effort in myself to kind of educate a little bit through the media again. But I watched two movies which I would both recommend that would really like
Crash
shut the fuck up.
and
Oscar
and
winner
Sideways.
Dances with
All right.
wolves.
So I watched Black Klansman.
I've
a
been
great-
meaning to see
based
that.
a
on
great
a
flick.
true story.
Based on a true story.
Which is insane.
Great flick.
Dude, that movie is great. So full disclosure, I'm not a huge
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee fan.
Me either.
I think a lot of his stuff is like way too on the nose.
Yep.
And there's some stuff that in this movie that is also way too on the nose. But
But he's not the only guy doing that.
he's not the only guy doing that.
Sure.
But this movie, it's a great story. That's well told, and it's like, again, as a movie buff, if you guys know my other podcasts, Sequelize This, I like movies a whole lot, and I like talking about them.
We're gonna do a Borat episode.
Oh, gee,
We're gonna do a Borat episode, probably 2021 at this point.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
You better devote 15 minutes to the technique that Rudy Giuliani employs in jerking himself off to a teenager.
Dan, what are you doing Sunday?
I'm working.
What are you doing
He's
Sunday?
jerking himself off to a
I can probably do
teenager.
this. We'll talk about this later.
All right.
But anyway, Black Klansman is, again, like, I watched this like
True story.
through the like the peak of like the Black Lives Matter movement in June, because I was feeling very white guiltish. But it's seriously a great movie. Both because it combines the perspective of a black man in 70s America and also a Jewish man confronting the KKK. Holy shit, this movie's great. Definitely recommend it. Another movie I watched back when it was going on is Just Mercy, which is a movie that came out I think it came out in 2019.
Yeah, I remember that one.
This movie
remember seeing the
is
trailer,
it's a
at
movie
least.
about Michael B. Jordan plays an attorney who is trying to get mostly black men off of
He's getting black men off.
Shout out to Pornhub Premium.
And then Gerard Butler shows up and
he's trying to
tears the
get
whole
people
fucking
off
cartel
of
down.
death row. People who have
Shout out to Suge Knight.
who are oh my god, who are innocent off of death row. This movie has
Shout out
again,
to Tupac.
again, it shows off. It's a great example of the adversity that the less fortunate go through. Again, I'm not even just talking about black people, because it also shows how like Brie Larson plays a character who's not taken seriously whatsoever. Again, women, black men, everybody that is less fortunate.
Anyone who's underclass.
Allow
or
me to
underprivileged.
mansplain to you how some people have it worse
I think
off.
white splain might be the
White
word here.
splain,
White
mansplain.
splain, yeah.
But see, honestly, though, like as a white man who has had every privilege, and again, I haven't had a great life either, but like seriously, I have had every opportunity afforded to me.
And I feel great about
It
it.
feels fucking great, but seriously,
Just kiss that white skin for good luck.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
no,
I'm
but
sorry.
for real, these two movies have done an excellent job of highlighting the atrocities. And again, I think another thing that Black Klansman does a great job of is taking this story from the 1970s and contextualizing it in modern America.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Just Mercy does this just as well. Both those two movies do a great job. So again, My 3 recommendations so far is like, hey, white people, you know, look at stuff that
Cut your bullshit.
cut your bullshit. Listen to Run the Jewels at B4. Let's watch
RTJ4.
But that's important to
Black Klansman and watch Just Mercy.
That's important to note
Yankee and the
about
Brave.
Black Klansman is the fact that you said it contextualizes it in the
Yeah, 100%.
in modern America.
Yeah, so the
That's really
the
important.
last like 5 minutes of the movie, it's basically like it's basically the character is back in 1970 and be like, hey man, how crazy would it be if the president was a white supremacist? Now this is a movie that was filmed probably in 2016, 2017.
Right.
It came out in 2018. And
Yeah.
it's basically Spike Lee being like, fuck Donald Trump in a
Yeah.
whole movie. And it's great
Yeah.
because of that. Because fuck Donald Trump.
but
Yeah.
What was that?
it's
and I heard Crooked Dad.
But I heard Crooked Dan
Fuck
Chodowski.
Donald Trump!
He said, "Fuck me," and I said, "No, fuck you."
Fuck
And
Donald
I said,
Trump!
I thought this impression was retired, but I'm bringing it out of retirement.
Seriously, tell you go.
thanks
fuck
to
yourself.
Alec Baldwin. but no, you're absolutely right. Like you can watch something like Glory
Yeah.
or Schindler's List and be like, oh my god, we were so awful fucking 100 years ago. But to contextualize it in the modern era is really an absolutely important
No,
thing.
That's
seriously,
why I recommend Crash.
but both these movies do an
don't.
excellent job of presenting these stories that take place 50 years ago,
Right.
50 years ago, and being like, hey, shit's still fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, this is still a problem.
And realize now that 50 years ago is not 1950, it's 1970.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
right.
It's not that
weird.
It's right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about
dude.
both those movies, and again, they're great performances by the actors in it. Well directed. As a movie buff, all the stuff I appreciate, it's all there as well. While I'm still giving recommendations, now onto some white people stuff. So 2 more albums I will definitely recommend. One of them came out this year. One of them came out last year. One album I've been listening to basically on repeat this year. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a huge Tame Impala fan.
I'm 9 feet tall.
Is Tame Impala anything like Childish Gambino?
It's nothing like Childish.
Okay,
Well, maybe a little bit like Childish.
I don't
Gambino.
know what
Is it like Wild Malibu or
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what
Tame Impala is
or Indifferent Aveo?
Tame
Like
Impala
hot
is
salmon.
the name that Kevin Parker uses to
Or
create
Horny
music.
F-150?
For fuck's sake, let him explain what I don't know what Tame Impala is. Let him tell me what
It's
it
like
is.
an indie rock group from Australia.
Thank
it's
you.
basically one person.
They came up with my recommendations recently.
They came out with an album back in February. I've been listening to it basically all year. The album is called Fuck, why can't I remember what it's called?
Is the song
that's a great
feels
name
like
for an
we always
album.
go
Fuck, why
backwards
can't I remember?
on it?
I'm gonna write that down.
The album is called The Slow Rush.
Fuck. why
Tame Impala, The Slow Rush, came out back in February. I've been basically listening to it all year. Kevin Parker is an amazing musician who plays every instrument on the record. It harkens back to like the 70s and 80s, like disco and stuff like that. It's fucking great.
Is the song? Yeah, I think it's called "Feels Like We're Always Going Backwards" or something.
That
like
is from the second album, Lonerism.
Okay, I heard that recently. I'd never heard it before.
It's one of their best songs.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, so the first 2 albums were like
So it's got-
psychedelic rock.
It's got
basically.
like a beat to it.
Yeah, so Kevin he
I am
basically
adding that to my
he's a drummer first, and then plays keyboard and guitar second, and sings as well. His first two albums are psychedelic rock. The third album he produces has a lot of 70s and late 60s like disco influences, and then this kind of follows up on that. This record was basically made because he moved to Los Angeles to be with because he got married, moved to Los Angeles, all that stuff.
To be with hot women.
But yeah, basically it's like the culmination of like his whole music career like in one album, and it's great. I definitely recommend it.
What's it called again?
It's called The Slow Rush.
No, it's
Slow
called
Rush.
Fuck. Why can't I remember what it's called?
It's also called that. But this is like my second favorite album this year. I really like Tame Impala. Everything they've done is great. But this album may be their most cohesive effort that they've done. But I really like it a lot. The song I should look it up because I'm still a little
Don't
bit.
stop
favorite song.
believing.
So I got to tell you,
Yeah.
we're just about out of time.
No, shut the fuck up, Dave. It doesn't matter.
We really
Yeah,
do.
we
the
kinda have
laws
to wrap
don't
up.
apply to us because we were on the clock.
No, they kind of do.
Yeah, we
Because
got.
we're in Ohio.
Give me a fucking break, man.
No!
I haven't given a single recommendation yet.
Mike
know,
DeWine
I know,
isn't
no,
going to
no,
give
no.
you a fucking
So,
break.
the two songs I will recommend off this record is Lost in Yesterday. It's a great look back at how things were great, but they're actually not so great. And
Rose-colored glasses.
yeah, basically, and
Yeah.
Posthumous Forgiveness. I listened to the song a bunch this year, mostly because it is the artist kind of looking back about how his father passed away before he actually got his music career started, and he kind of started his music career because of his father. And I relate to that pretty closely because I also lost my dad. So Posthumous Forgiveness is a really deep song for me, especially. It's also a really great song, but every song on the record is great. I recommend it. The third album I will recommend is by an artist. It's by a band called Dive, Diiv, for those who need to look it up.
D-I-I-V?
Yep. This is a surf rock.
Those are Roman numerals.
Sure.
D is not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
I don't know that if that's intentional or not. It's just Anyway, it's like a surf noise rock band. Their latest album, Deceiver, is fucking great. If you like noise rock, surf rock, it's really really good. This album was made because they had one of their I think their lead singer basically suffered through alcoholism and came out of it, and then this is the record they made out of it. It's fucking great. Came out in 2019. Deceiver by Dive is great. I have so many recommendations, guys. I know it's going to take forever.
No, it's okay.
But Dave, I want you to list your recommendations so that I can also finish my recommendations.
D is 500, incidentally.
yes, it is.
That's why I didn't know, because you never see that one.
Right.
But Dive, Deceiver, Tame Impala, Slow Rush, Run the Jewels LP4, Just Mercy, and Black Klansman.
Random muskrat, piece of shit owl, rambunctious tortoise.
Look, I know I'm a hipster at heart.
These are the prog rock bands that I
Dirty Little
I know I'm a
Weevil.
hipster at heart. I listen to a lot of hipster shit, but it's good shit.
Pink Droid, drink
Troy?
Nasty ass pigeon.
Drink
Ass
Floyd,
pigeon.
Ass pigeon.
intoxicated armadillo.
Flirty Bo Weevil.
These are just Giphy Cat names.
Stuck up fucking porcupine.
The ostrich at the end of the universe.
Depressed otter.
Dave!
Yeah.
Dave! Recommend them some shit.
Go out and get a McRib. They're available for a
McRib?
limited time only.
No, not that.
Your
No, that's a good
recommendation
one.
is not
Is
the
it?
fucking McRib.
They have not been around for 8 years.
No,
Oh my
it's
God.
time
sake.
for the
It's
McRib.
time to go and get a McRib.
I second this.
It's-
It's not that good, but you need
You're
to
not
go
gonna
get
like
one.
it, but
You're
it's
not gonna
your-
like it.
it's your job.
It's your American duty.
I will wait until I'm vaccinated to get some actual fucking ribs.
It's a really, really good response.
Some actual ribs, motherfucker.
All right. So, guys,
Why was that so
seriously.
funny to you?
It's
honestly,
I don't know.
The McRib?
the McRib.
That's fine. I agree.
I'm gonna wait till I'm vaccinated so
I
I
have
get
mine.
an actual rib
So I
instead
thought
of
you were going to say I'm going to wait till I'm
cure your-
vaccinated to get the McRib.
No, some actual ribs.
No, no, but I thought you were going to say I'm going to wait till I'm vaccinated to get the McRib, implying the McRib carries COVID.
That's how I took it.
Motherfucker, it might.
Right?
It might.
No, I wouldn't put it past them.
You want to cure your mailroom depression? Go get a McRib at 11:30 in the morning.
Yep, and eat it in a cold
Mail van.
postal vehicle,
Just
in a sketchy neighborhood.
It's person van.
Tell the fucking cashier I want this. I want a cup of mayonnaise, and they're like,
It's,
what?
I prefer the gender neutral person thing.
and they say, and then you say I want a cup of mayonnaise. They say what? And you say to dip it in.
Ma'am, I cried for an hour this morning. If you don't throw 5 McRibs into this postal vehicle,
I'm never going to get out of this hole.
I just want the sensation of taste again. God damn it!
I back it up. You need to go get a McRib. It's your American duty. You have to
And
do
then
it.
you'll have
Our
an American
country-
duty afterwards.
It's not that you're not going to enjoy it, but you have to do it.
Beautiful for pizza pie.
I just gotta do it.
Do it.
What did we learn?
No.
We're there.
No,
I
no.
have more
We're
recommendations.
No, what
I
do
have more
what did we
recommendations.
learn?
I have
No,
more recommendations.
No, we have
really-
a,
I can
we
turn
have
you
a,
off.
we have a
I have
curfew.
so many recommendations.
We have a curfew, bruh.
I have the most recommendations.
So come on the next episode and
Papa
we'll do this again.
DeWine.
Okay, I will-
Papa DeWine is going to come into your house and personally assassinate you.
You've been muted
No,
until you comply.
No, why'd you do that? I have so many funny things to say.
We're gonna.
But what about
come
his
on for the next
rights?
episode?
Dave, please. Why would you do that?
All right.
I unplugged my
Seriously.
thing.
What have we learned?
What have we learned?
We
Okay.
We do have a.
We're gonna
curfew.
part-
We have to learn things, and
We're
this
gonna-
is why we're here. We're here to learn.
We're gonna part 2 this episode. You
Part
should come
2.
on the next time.
Yeah.
I will come
I was-
anywhere you want me to.
I was just saying, like we have part 2'd certain other episodes.
Yes.
Part
And part
2.
3 certain
The history
episode.
episode. We have to do a history part 3.
Okay,
at
so
some
yeah,
point.
so I will do this anytime you guys want me to.
Yes.
Seriously,
Next time's our 100th upload. so
bonus recommendation:
Fucking A.
hang out with friends. This has
Yes.
been the
It's
best.
really good.
it really helps.
I miss
Yeah.
you guys so much.
Yeah,
I really
if
do.
if you know that you are not a carrier, if you've been tested and you know,
and
you're
even
safe,
if you are, let's be real. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Christ's sake.
Even if you're coughing, just fucking go to your friend's
Even
house.
if you
Yeah,
tested
just
positive,
fucking contribute to the.
pass it around. Herd immunity, guys. No, I'm kidding.
breathe on all their food.
Just contribute to the
Dave looks
9/11
visibly
levels of
uncomfortable right now.
I am
casualty.
actually uncomfortable.
He's like, I am not okay with this line.
Okay.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm choking, guys.
Okay,
Oh,
what did
God.
we learn?
What did we learn?
What I've learned is that Ronald Reagan got dragged down to hell by demons.
He did do that,
and
yeah.
that's okay with me.
Right. I learned that Captain Kirk is immune to alien VD.
Yeah, I wrote
Yeah,
Captain
and
Kirk.
ED.
By virtue of
And
catching
Edie.
every alien VD in
Yes,
the
right,
galaxy.
right.
I wrote Captain Kirk crushed so much alien puss that he's immune to VD. Yeah. I also learned
Crushed it. Crushed it.
Fire rate.
Fucking warp speeded into that fucking cunt.
Oh my God.
I don't know what came over me.
I apologize.
I
Speeded into that fucking cunt.
the galactic cunt that is every female alien in the galaxy.
keep going.
Star Trek 3: The Search for Cunt.
All right.
Star Trek 4: The Wrath of Cunt. Or no, Star Trek 2: The Wrath of Cunt. Star Trek 4: The Voyage to Cunt.
Star Trek into cuntness.
Oh my god.
I have lost this episode.
I wrote
You're not the host. He's the host. He's laughing uncontrollably. He's supposed to keep this
Yes,
shit
yes,
under
but I'm the
control.
sound engineer.
I am partially responsible. I'm fully responsible.
I have here Hitler had a nice haircut.
He did. I wrote.
but
I
a
wrote.
really
Actually,
weird mustache.
Ben described it as on fleek, and I've never heard anyone
On
say.
Dude, hair specifically is
Shaved on the sides, combed over on the top.
It looked good.
That's a modern fucking
Seriously,
hairstyle.
like
dude.
look at any like gay dude right now. Please look at any gay dude.
Any gay dude.
gay people hate Jews.
It's a fact.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Apologies to gay people
I'm
everywhere.
just gonna pull the plug. I think.
No.
We're never gonna get out of it.
I learned that our apology tour is going to be a multi-year event.
Yes.
We are going to have to travel.
We
to
hit Scotland.
Every goddamn country. Scotland.
We hit Scotland.
Which isn't even a real country. No.
Apologies to
Oh,
Scotland.
I
again.
wrote Tupac is living in Russia under the pseudonym Leonard Tupaski.
Yeah, I wrote that
Leonard
too.
Tupoksky.
I wrote Jur Burr is the real deal.
Sure.
Jur Burr.
Wait, what is that a reference?
Gerber.
Jur Burr.
Gerber.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
that
already
makes
can't remember
perfect
who
sense.
you guys were talking about.
It's whatever the guy names is the Cincinnati quarterback who's injured for the rest of the year.
Gerber.
Jur Burr.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
I
Yeah.
couldn't remember his first name.
I thought we were talking about Jeb Bush for a second.
No, well, we could.
Burr.
Jeb Bush is the real deal.
What did you learn, Dave?
No.
I learned that back lava is backwash lava.
I also learned that a projected arc is a prark. Prark.
I wrote down that our fucking banner is a puzzle piece. That was so funny.
The autistic division of Oda Nobunaga's samurai army.
I wrote that my 22nd year was a typhoon of cum and bad beer.
Absolutely.
Woo. Oh man.
Holy.
Is that it?
I have one more.
I have learned nothing else.
I don't think that's it, but it would be wise to say that.
I have
that's
one
it.
more. I wrote, you
God.
should listen to Fuck, Why Can't I Remember What It's Called by David Powell. Featuring the hit, fucking, let me look it up.
I was sure there was a raspberry in there somewhere.
yeah, for sure. Hey man, dudes, I am so
dude.
glad that I was
Yeah.
here tonight.
Yeah, me
I
too.
miss you guys so much.
Me too, I
guys too.
think.
Hashtag also me.
This was always so exciting to do, and
Yes.
then we just didn't get to do it for so
No,
long.
hey,
Yeah.
we
why
did it.
why
though.
didn't we do that?
We
keep
absolutely
forgetting.
did though. We did the thing.
We did it.
Well, because
No,
we spent an hour on why we're fucked.
it's all right. We needed to get it out.
We need to get it out.
This episode, the previous episode, and I'm sure the next episode are going to be really
the next episode.
really weird. For
Really
a
weird.
while, this show's going to feel strange.
I don't know if this
Yeah.
show's ever not been weird though.
Yeah, this is going to feel like especially weird.
Right.
It's like repressed energy weird.
Seriously though, I do want to leave everyone with two things. Shameless plugs. The most shameless plugs. Listen to my album on Spotify. It's called.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it called? Why can't I never remember what it's called? I'm fucking bad at this.
It's called
Extremely loud and incredibly close.
Nope. It is called.
Extremely fuck and incredibly fuck.
It's called An Introduction to Saying Goodbye.
Yes.
If you
Okay.
search for Dan Zarnowski on Spotify, you'll find it. Or An Introduction to Saying Goodbye. It's on there. I'm really proud of it. I did it. I think I did a good job with it. Also, listen to Chris and I's podcast. It's called Sequelize This. We talk about
Very
movie
funny.
sequels. I think people like it. We will do another episode imminently.
Have you-
It's gonna happen.
Have you guys done Matrix Reloaded yet?
We're
We
going
have
to.
not. We're gonna do that for sure.
good,
100%. We have
Good,
to do
good,
The
good.
Godfather Part 2 first, though. That's the next episode.
Of course.
Next episode every week.
The Godfather Part 2.
But yeah, thank you everyone for
you,
listening.
you
I've
for
been
coming
your
on,
host. I guess I'll talk to you guys next time because I guess I'm gonna be in the next episode.
We're gonna part two this.
I really want to do
Yeah,
this
yeah,
again.
yeah.
But thank you all for listening.
Hopefully Papa DeWine will lift the curfew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody's really enforcing that. Let's be real. Anyway,
See you guys next time.
this has been
Thanks for listening.
an episode of the 3 Dude Cast. I've been the 4th dude. My name is Dan.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself.
It's really sick of the landing on this
I am
one.
into scat porn.
All right, we're gonna call it.
Never.
Thanks for listening.
I love every single one of you except for you, Jonathan. Fuck off,
Wait,
Jonathan.
fuck you, Jonathan.
Fuck you, Jonathan. Who
No,
the
my
fuck is
friend John listens to this
no,
podcast.
fuck you, John.
No, I like John.
No, we don't.
Hey, John, are you
Not
gonna come
anymore,
on this
you don't.
podcast? Hey, goodbye, everybody.
Yep, bye.
Goodbye.
This is what